And we now have audio.
We have audio?
Yes.
Okay.
And now we're live. We're live to all of our friends live.
Live, brought to you live in front of a global audience.
In front of a global audience. Hello, live. I'm live, and I'm here today with live.
Do you feel alive?
No. I'm totally faking it today.
We're all dead here.
We're all dead here. We have Artman 2019. Hello, Artman. How's it going? And we have Will Connors. Unfortunately, Jack of all trades, Nicole will not be joining us today. They are not available today.
Hopefully they can watch this in the future, and if you do, hi Nicole.
Yes, hello Nicole. So, it appears that, hey, Ben Lynch. So, you guys hear us, right? We have audio, things are going okay. It looks right on my end, but that doesn't mean it's right on your end.
Artman says it's going good, so
going
there's
good,
that.
Sweet. You were so I was pointing out that I forgot a step in my mad rush to try and get DragonballZ armor taken care of last week. That I need to do a little bit of dremeling. But you were asking about which Bruno do you like to keep sharp?
Which edges would we want to keep sharp? I was just wondering if we were going to Dremel all of these edges that we have, or if we were just going to Dremel the shoulders, and just kind of wondering about the overall look, like a sharp edge versus a Dremeled edge.
In Steve's video, he Dremels, I think, all of the strips. I'm not concerned about the shoulders.
Okay.
Joe had brought up because he came in and tried it on. It fit like a glove. Surprise.
Yeah, no, we did based off of his measurements. If it didn't, I'd be.
Right.
But yes, it's very confirming.
It's very confirming.
Yeah.
But he was just pointing out, oh, you didn't Dremel the edges. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, it's because I watched the video once a month ago now. So it's just, the idea was to just do these.
Okay.
And I don't know about these up here.
Do we have our reference photo?
All we have is anime photos.
Yes, but that's still a reference photo. Does
Right.
it feel sharp, or does it feel like it would be a softer edge? That makes a difference.
It feels like it's a black line.
No, I know. Just, it's a lot of work and energy to mess up a perfectly straight 90-degree angle. You know what I mean? Like, what does it look like? Does it look like it? Because I know if Joe pointed out the detail, it might be very important, but...
Well, it's at least important to him, apparently. I mean,
no, I know.
It's a line.
And it's a straight line.
I know
and
you
it's
can't
a
see
clean
me.
straight line.
Right.
I would round off the edges of the shoulder straps, but not the waistband,
Interesting.
personally.
I took it exactly the other way around.
Yeah, I know. I could see that. That's why I'm like, we're seeing this slightly differently.
SKS
What's your guys'
Props.
opinion?
So what we're talking about, I'm sure you guys understood from what we did already. Here, I'll bring that up on the overhead camera, I think. Well, it's going to take me a second. That's right. I got to get off train camera, get the overhead camera ready. There it is.
We're live.
We're live with dogs chewing. Alrighty, so they can see this one very easily.
Okay, so this one's...
So that, hi camera! Right, so my understanding was that Joe was specifically pointing out that these lines were not rounded off. I know they're extremely clean right now.
Yeah. Why would we want to mess that up? Like, I understand finished edges, but this is a nice, like, we didn't even...
Okay.
They're not, like, jagged or messed up, and we're going to dowel these edges.
Right.
But these edges I could see cleaning up with a Dremel.
Yeah, these edges up here, for sure.
Yeah, like, these ones, and even going in and doing these ones softer, but I like how clean and straight those lines are.
Well, maybe I misunderstood and remembered that Steve did do this, and this is what Joe was talking about, was cleaning up these edges. So fine, I have no problem. I can clean up these edges. And honestly, it wasn't that hard to make. We could make another set. So, sure, I will clean up these edges, because, yeah, that's...
Just a softer Dremeled edge would make sense on this, but it doesn't make much sense on these lines.
No.
Because these lines are nice and straight and clean and perfect already. Why mess with that?
Well,
in my opinion, because you could easily...
Right. If they weren't glued down, it'd be very easy to do. And
yeah, but we're already finished.
We're finished. Right. All right.
And it's glued and it's pretty and it's straight and... Just personal, like, am I getting attached to something, or is it better to do it the right way?
No, that's fine.
What is the right way?
Maybe a little of both, but no, be attached to it. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh wait, Bruno.
Also, I did heat it up a little bit and try to round out the chest a bit because it was still pretty pointy.
Okay.
Right, so I
Squished it down.
tried to squish the chest down a little bit. So yeah, okay. I'll just clean up the edges here a little bit, and that can be the pre-show, is listening to a Dremel. So hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going?
I hope you guys are prepared. Are your earbuds turned down low? Just warning, Dremel to come.
Right. Are your earbuds low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Can you tie them in a knot, or are they already in a bow?
When you stick them in your pocket, do they come out in a bow? Something like that.
William Carter says, hi, Bruno.
Sweet. Hello, Bruno. Everything's operating nicely. Oh, good to hear, Artman. Thank you. Detlef P, good evening from rainy Germany. Oh, hello, rainy Germany.
Yeah, it's a sunny, nice one day.
Dremel Makes Build is here. Hey, James.
Hello. How's it down under?
What?
Isn't he down under?
No.
No, he's in UK.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some
he's in
reason
the Royal
I
Empire.
was going the other side of the world. Technically, it's halfway there.
No, that's friggin' boom props and Boulder Creek Railroad are down under.
Okay, that's where I was.
As
okay,
well
sorry.
as Lumen Cosplay Supplies or something like that. Yeah.
UK though is right.
UK is right.
Okay, hi.
Britain
tried.
is fine.
Well, doesn't United
He's
Kingdom
actually a limey.
include all of them, so it's
Right.
a more of a general
Yeah,
term?
it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot
And you don't
easier.
have to know as well good of geography to be specific.
Right.
Geography training. Didn't know it was going to be necessary.
I was something I actually just enjoyed as a kid. Was looking at maps.
No, I
Yeah.
totally
Yeah.
have a bunch
I
of
remember when we had to do geography in high school, and we were just given a map of, like, I think South America, and we weren't given a whole lot of instructions, but it ended up being we had to, like, label the rivers or label the oceans or something. We're given all period to do something really stupid. So I kind of look at it and I fill it out most of the way from memory. Then I look up a couple of things to make sure it's right. Turns out that was the whole week's assignment, was to label them. You know, now we're going to label countries. Now we're going to label mountains. Now we're going to label. It's like, oh, I don't have the first aid, half of it from memory.
Oh, nice. So you had some free time.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, Rebel Base is just laughing at down under. Good day, mate. Yep, UK London. Oh, okay.
London, yeah.
Now, what is working on my first phone project, Captain America's Shield? Sweet, Detlef. I'll give you a clue. You live there. I'm late, but I'm here.
So where's
I
your
don't know.
drum?
It's hanging on the side of the.
Oh, I'm blocking it. I
Oh,
will
it's all
trade
right.
sides.
I've
Because
got-
you always have it out, don't you?
Usually I have it out, yeah, but it's just. I've got two hooks over here on the side of the table.
So you're like a
And-
dentist. How they
so I've
have
got
their Dremels already like attached to their workbenches. Oh my gosh. please don't. Nightmares for weeks. Let's
Nightmares
not.
for you. Okay, that's fair enough. Yes, pretty much. And the other two things hanging over here is my heat gun and the hair dryer. And it works really well when I didn't have a hair dryer because I had two hooks and two things. Now that I have two hooks and three things, I walk over and people just shuffle them constantly.
You need to add a hook.
I need to add a hook.
Yes.
So I'll just actually do that over here. Not that that's too much further away from the microphone, but I'll step off camera for a moment and I'll get the thing taken care of.
The thing for the thing
I'll
for
do
the thing for the thing for the
yeah.
thing.
Because I'm going to put on all that Mr. Mon diaper changing stuff too. So
Oh
can I
yeah.
reference a movie from the 80s?
I
Is
should
that
get
okay?
mine. Oh, it's over there.
Now where did that piece go? Oh, there it is.
Hiding from you.
Right. So I'm going to step off camera, although I suppose I don't have to.
No, you don't have to. We gotta do this all on camera so
Okay.
they can see what you're doing.
All right. Here's my favorite part about wearing goggles and wearing masks. So, is it safe when your goggles fog up to the point that you can't see at all? Is that still safe?
A little shampoo inside will keep it from fogging.
Yeah, holding my breath probably would too.
Don't look your eyeball.
Don't look through the eye hole.
Is it?
All right.
This isn't a fancy nose, but it'll be better than nothing. Okay. Want to switch it on the camera that people can see. If you do it facing the other way, I can switch the camera too so they can see what you're doing. you go.
I was trying to face a way that I wasn't going to be shooting dust at you.
Oh, that's okay. I'm switching over to camera 2.
All right.
If I knew how to.
Press 2, press cut.
There you go. There you go. Now it's showing you details. So what are you doing when you're trying to Dremel? Are you trying to just scrape it down as far as you can, or?
I'm just trying to make the edges, so what I'm trying to do is make the edges look as neat as I can, right? Eliminate some of the, that doesn't really matter that much. Some of the burrs, there's one spot that's really bad. Here we go.
Alright, switching over to camera 4, so it's camera 4's on it now.
Alright, so hopefully you can see on camera 4, because I know it's not super close up. We have especially a chunk here from a bad cut, right? So what you want to do is get the dogs to bark while you're trying to talk. What we want to do is Dremel down all the edges so it's all kind of the same level and really neat. In this case, I don't know if I can fix that. I can. It'll just have to be a little, hopefully it won't change the shape too much. But instead of having the rough cut edges of the foam, we just want to grind it down a little bit and make them all fairly smooth. I've pretty much done that to this side already. And that's clean enough. This, it's always how far do you want to go? But just need to clean those up, and then we get the Velcro on the shoulder pieces and start moving forward with putting the trim on it.
Yep,
but for now, and I'm running my my Dremel with whichever grinding stone at about half speed. It used to be my habit that I treated all speeds on a Dremel as like on and off. I just crank it up and go. I'm starting to use about half speed on foam, and it seems to be tearing it up less. So
slow and steady.
Yep. One of the other things I've really learned to do, there's a direction stuff spins, which is counterclockwise. And what I'm doing is going in the direction that it wants to roll. Like, it's a wheel, right? So the direction it wants to roll, it grabs the foam and does divots less. If I do this, it rolls along the top. I'm putting scratches in it. And I just seem to chew it up less. Very quickly get to where I can't see. The drama, the Dremel.
The drama of the Dremel.
It's the grind of the build.
Sorry, jumping there. Will it be smooth? Find out next week on.
Right, pretty much.
Sounds like people are giving help and tips and tricks on the Captain America shield, which is awesome.
Nice, to each other, yeah, because Detlef is building a Captain America shield. All right, so I'm going to change up bits, because this one works really well, but it has two sharp edges, right, because it's very much a cylinder.
Yeah.
I've got one that's got more of a bullet shape. It does less little gouges.
Oh, there you go. There's a couple bites out of it, too.
Yeah, there is. It gets dropped.
It's been well used.
It's been well used. Anyway. As long as it's in this container, I can find it.
Okay.
but I know we're not close up. But this one's got more of a bullet shape. So as
Here,
I
I'll
move,
go close up. Camera 4. It's on camera 4.
okay, so this one has more of a bullet shape instead of the pure cylinder. The difference is with this one, if I happen to go slightly crooked, I dig a line into it.
A nice straight lovely line.
A nice straight lovely line, which is great if that's what you want. With this one, it's got more of this curved edge, and I don't have to be as perfect. And I still have a section that's flat and straight, but I'm able to make the motions that I'm used to making, and I'm not putting gouges into the foam.
Yay for not doing gouges.
Yay, no gouges.
Lynch says, by the sound of it, you have the expensive Dremel brand.
It's the Dremel 3000. What is it? Yeah, it's the Dremel 3000. It was a Black Friday Dremel 2 years ago. Because the whole world celebrates Black Friday, right? That's when Americans kill each other in the name of a better price. It's a very traditional holiday.
Yeah. Well, we mark up prices right before we drop them, so we feel like we got a really, really good
That's
deal.
right.
Oh, the soothing sounds of the dentist. I hope you guys are enjoying.
Yes, welcome to our dental ASMR channel. Now spit. That's two sides. And the worst side.
You can definitely appreciate good tools when you've had to suffer using bad ones.
Yeah. I had a garage sale, actually I still have it, that black Dremel. That's a garage sale Dremel.
Yeah, and sometimes you're like, is it even worth it? Like when I have the not sharp scissors trying to cut fabric or silk. And I'm like,
yeah.
yeah. So this is the difference between finished edges and not finished edges. And if you want something to look professional, you finish the edges.
Yes.
And it's this little work that nobody sees that makes the biggest difference, I feel like, in prop making. It's just the little details, everything's smooth, everything's even, everything has a straight line. That's why I kind of do want to mess up those straight lines, because they're perfectly straight right now, and we're not doing battle damage.
Right, right. True that. One more side, and then we'll check to make sure there aren't any other
Little spots that need it.
little cuts when doing the edges. Stuff that will be seen, even though we're going to cover it with half dowels.
Yes. Will it show through if we... I don't know if people can even hear us through our masks over the Dremels, but...
I hope so.
I hope so. I was asking you a question. Will you see those peaks and bumps that we don't smooth out through the dowel?
We can. It depends how big they are. And generally speaking, yeah. Because the foam will conform to the shape that's underneath it. So that will transfer through.
Okay. So it is worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it.
Because sometimes I just want to be lazy and just cover it up.
Oh, I would do that all the time.
You'll never see it.
Right.
That is strangely just satisfying, just watching it get smoother and smoother.
Now, James over in the Rebel Base Build had a really cool video about making the perfect sanded edge on foam. And I apologize, I'm not going to go through all those steps. But in his video, he was sanding the pads for his Millennium Falcon bench. And he would sand one. No, he'd sand it to get the big chunks off. He would do a heat gun pass over it to heat seal it. He'd sand it with a lighter grade of sandpaper, and then he would heat seal it again. And he ended up with a really, really smooth
that makes a lot of
sanded
sense.
edge. Yeah, and he was doing it with sandpaper, unlike not using a power tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does wet sanding work with foam?
It does. It's a little wonky.
It doesn't like.
It knocks the dust down. But no, it works.
I'm really glad this fit him. Like it just. Whew.
Right. Yeah, Joe managed to get into the shop earlier this week and it fit him great. If I planned ahead, I could take the picture off my phone and put it on the switcher. We should keep an eye on the front building camera to make sure that our lovely and talented switcher isn't sitting out front. Do you have your phone? So
it would be, yeah, but let's make that happen.
He's behind Vegeta. You should change.
There we go. We're still good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But now I lost everything else. That's okay. There it is. Well, it isn't riveting.
This is not riveting, no.
Oh.
Okay, so that edge is cleaned up. This actually isn't all that bad.
Yeah, no, that's a good seam. It's the under part of that seam where it got off. This part.
Oh, okay.
That's where the... Here, I'll get a close-up of that camera floor. There's a nick. I know it's hard to see.
Yeah, it's super hard to see, I'm sure.
But you'll see it if we don't take care of it. At least that's what the dentist tells me.
Right.
Okay.
What does the dentist know? They just want more money.
I like having teeth, however. Meanwhile, Toby and Bruno are being patient while we are dremeling. So I saw on Patreon one of your old music videos, and I recognized that costume.
Yes. Yes, Starius shared the Groovy Ghoulies video shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ended up using that as, it was for every video game ever for Ian to be a... What was he?
Yeah, it wasn't Gears of War, it was,
what?
wasn't Fallout.
No. There were so many video games that day, I don't even remember at this point. But I remember I totally stole that costume from you. And it's in a Smosh episode.
Yes, it is.
And it's in a music video.
Yep.
Wonder what it'll be in next.
Right now, it's in a box. It was in a Beyond Geek episode. Actually, the trench coat has fallen apart at this point. That part doesn't exist anymore.
You, my dear, you should not be around this Dremel desk, okay? You don't have your mask on. Go.
Go, play, be good.
Yes, go play down there. There you go. Is this zen for you?
What's that?
Is this zen for you, just sitting and dremeling?
Maybe a little. I'm also, you start second guessing someone else's expectations.
What do you mean?
I mean, making Joe frickin' happy.
Oh! You're finishing the edges, so yeah.
Yeah.
It really did clean up these edges, but I really don't want to mess with those perfect 90 degrees.
All right.
Sorry, Joe. I apologize.
No, it's all right. It may be that I misunderstood which edges he meant.
Okay. Because I felt like these ones needed it.
They did. So did these.
Yeah, I felt like these ones really needed it. But I really don't want... Like, I really like how straight... And we're not doing battle damage.
No. So... Hey. Well,
Yeah.
we'll let it go.
Okay. I will go grab dowels.
We can do that.
But
Do you want to save dowels?
Yeah,
for,
we'll do dowels later. So we should do
We only got 15 minutes till dowels anyway, so.
Okay. I was just
We'll
trying
go back
to
to
finish
we'll go back
getting
and
set
talk to the guys. So.
Okay. The dust is sneaky because you cannot see it.
Yep.
Do this in a well-ventilated area, or just go outside.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Any sort of passive dust collector would be good.
You guys want me to turn on the vacuum?
Yeah,
Let's really mess with all
actually,
this.
you probably should when you get done with this. Because it's all over the table, it's all over my hand.
Yeah. It's nice and fine.
It's nice and fine.
Particles of foam, you gotta love it.
What is that?
It's a burr.
Yeah. There's something harder than foam stuck in the foam, so it's not...
Do you think it's a glue spot?
No, I think it's something in the glue.
Oh, okay, something that got glued into it?
Yeah.
A little bit of home seasoning, I guess.
That's it. That's exactly what it is.
Oh my, I didn't know you could get a paddle Dremel. Where, like, you can control it with your...
Oh, yeah.
That would make a lot of sense, because when you're sewing, you can control the speed. It's like driving a car.
Yeah.
So...
I've never bothered to get one.
But I would just go pedal to the metal.
Pretty much.
That's all I would do, is just step on it. Because otherwise you get, like, shin splints, right?
Yeah.
Fast or not fast.
And we're gonna go.
It's go time. Tool time, right? So that concludes our SMR
Yes, that concludes our
portion of this
lovely
program.
high-speed little motor noise SMR. Wait a minute, I just noticed something. Bruno's naked.
He's lost his airplane wings. I do this so he doesn't sneak under the fence.
That makes sense, yeah.
And it totally works. Although I do want to give him a... I think our switcher's here.
I think our switcher's here. Awesome. Oh, hey.
We have a puzzle, don't we?
We have a puzzle, yeah, but that's we'll probably skip on that. Sorry I ran off the camera because, come on. Oh, I think it's too late. Wow, that's taken a really long time to switch over. There it is. Oh, no. We have a train! Yay! This is actually the second train. There was one that happened earlier. While I was dremeling, I heard it, but didn't get a chance to get over and do anything with it. Here, we can put myself up in the micro corner. It's me, tiny, tiny, teeny tiny, up in the corner. Hey, how's it going? So, that's our ASMR Dremel portion of the build. Let's go ahead and check on what's happening in the chat. Oh, it looks like we're doing, talking about the shield, looking for a template, you have to buy one of the huge balls. Detlef P, I have a Wonder Woman pattern as well that is 4 pieces you glue together, so you don't have to use the giant yoga ball. And I just saw somebody else make a shield with that, which worked out really well. I thought it was pretty cool. Oh, Spicy Tie Design on Instagram. He just did a shield using that pattern of mine, which I thought was really, really cool. Spencer Dremel brand. Dremel. I go back to work and you pull out the Dremel. What other Easter eggs will I miss? Well, there's a train. Hello, Advexen. Yeah, the pedal. No, Bill Durant has one of the pedal Dremels. Of course he does.
He's fancy.
You have your dust mask on. Yes, sometimes I try to. I have my dust mask on.
I have this for mail.
Oh, sweet. So let's see. I'm just double checking in Discord. We have early challenge prop reaction. Wayne's World licorice dispenser.
Ooh, I want a licorice dispenser. That sounds excellent.
Felicia's all about the licorice dispenser. That's great. So we got about 10 minutes till we go public.
How about an everlasting God stopper?
Right, a real, actual everlasting gobstopper.
Yes.
I mean, there's ones you can buy that.
Just make it out of plastic and make it like a flavored plastic.
Right.
You have it all over your face still. And I saw you vacuum your face.
Well, if I vacuum the mask, I guess I didn't get my face.
Yeah, but you are covered in dust.
What a shock.
And that is how Odin shaves.
Be nice. I wish I could shave that easy.
Okay.
Because the
That's
electric.
just a bowl with a square.
Yeah, it's
hole
just a
cut out.
bowl.
There's a little bit more to it, but still.
Oh, the blade switch isn't so much for. There's
For
a blade
cutting.
switch in the side that's for cutting the licorice.
Yeah,
it's
into
not.
the lengths.
It's not a power switch that makes it the
No,
power
it's just
dispense.
a cutter.
Well, that's in the Discord. Sorry, the picture didn't come up for everyone who's watching this in the future. But if you wanted to get in on the exciting, riveting, the fun, the exclusive pre-show, and I'm talking to all of you in the future because I know everyone listening right now is in the exclusive club with the access to Discord
To dremeling.
and to dremeling.
Because I didn't think it was nice to do it.
Right, but yeah, definitely check out patreon.com/Odin Makes and find out how you too can get in on the private Discord channel and for early access to the live streams, as well as when I can, because I'm not nearly as consistent as I'd like to be. When I can, I'll also post videos early. This past week, I was like, well, it's 9:45. I guess I'll have a video early for the patrons.
Sometimes your
Sometimes
last
doesn't happen.
minute crunch just is a thing.
Right. And
Every week, right?
every week, and actually this week, we got like 5 minutes. This week was interesting, entertaining. So running late with getting last week's video done. Got it done.
Yeah.
Got it up. And then my wife is actually going through graduate school at the moment and is finishing up a video tutorial for library services for people who have English as a second language. Okay. So put together a how to use a database video, and I did the video for it, and we started doing all the editing for it.
Must have been very professional. I'm just saying.
We tried. We really tried. And this is how you use the database. And you click over here and do the thing with the stuff. And then when you've done the stuff with the thing, you move on to click here to make a Boolean operation. Anyway.
I put it on to put Toby to sleep.
Yeah, there you go. A little over 2 days, a little more than that, of putting this thing together because there was so much. It was all on-screen recording, but the stuff wasn't consistent. Like meaning that we'd go to the database. She wrote it first, And then we went to go to the database to record the on-screen to match the script, except the search queries didn't match the script. And in fact, they were never consistent. While it was up, I could just hit refresh, and the results would change. And so in order to finally get a results that matched her first script, where she listed off all 5 of the first things we found, I took 2 different clips, mashed them together, and then reanimated the mouse pointer over the top of it so it looked like all one piece of video.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Way too much effort for what the video was. But anyway.
She better get an A.
She did. She got 100% on it.
Okay.
All that to say, I haven't started Wednesday's prop yet. Actually, I did. I just barely started it yesterday. I actually spent a good chunk of yesterday doing taxes, so at least I got that done.
Oh, I still need to do that.
Yeah, well, you got, time-ish. For us, it's, taxes are due tomorrow. But it's all good. It's my first time in 2 or 3 years of getting it done before the dedeadline. So,
there you go.
I am not throwing shade at anybody.
We're responsible adults.
Well, I am today. Then last night, I went and saw the 10 o'clock showing of Army of the Dead, because it's actually playing in the theaters this week. It comes out on Netflix next week, but this is Zack Snyder's Netflix zombie heists Las Vegas movie.
So theater experience?
Yeah, so I actually got to go to the theater. First time I've been in a Cinemark theater in over a year.
Yay.
So I haven't started next week's prop yet. I think I'm going to do something from Army of the Dead, because I saw something in there that was actually kind of unique, and I think I can get done tomorrow. So there. So Wrecker is being postponed because Wrecker's not going to be able to be done tomorrow. That would be a serious crunch. But Army of Dead, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
That's what Odin makes.
That's what Odin makes. So I hope you guys are okay with what is currently Odin's favorite Zack Snyder film. I really like Dawn of the Dead, and I haven't cared for any of the DC comic movies. Probably because I expect something different from the DC characters than I'm getting from Snyder. But when you get an original property that, this is all it is, even though I can sit in the theater and go, oh yeah, that's from Aliens. Oh yeah, that's from Aliens. Oh hey, there's a line from Aliens. Oh, there's some more stuff from Aliens. Oh look, the helicopter looking out the window, just like in Aliens. Because Zack Snyder copies more than I do.
Oh.
He really does.
Well, isn't that like you copy all the good stuff and you just keep bringing it in?
Yeah.
Like Tarantino, he just loved Western, so he brought that all into his stuff, and then he created his own thing from that.
Yep.
So I fully support it.
Sure. Yes. Yeah.
But
I do. But
yeah.
Batman vs Superman had so much shots from Terminator. Anyway, Terminator Judgment Day. Anyway.
Judgment?
Judgment? Yes. Army of the Dead, fun. Is it a good movie? Yeah, no. If you're not into zombie heist action films with goofy stuff, you're not gonna like it. But like Godzilla vs Kong, if you know what you're going into, it's a lot of fun.
There you go.
You have dust on your face, Odin. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, Odin. Great.
Sign of a true friend who will tell you if you have something in your teeth.
Right.
As opposed to just staring and laughing.
Dawn of the Dead was great. This is Jerry Rig Props. Granted, it was written by James Gunn. I think that helped a lot. But so far, my favorite Zack Snyder films are both zombie movies.
Well, you like monster zombie movies.
I do.
So it works.
And a post-apocalyptic Las Vegas is extremely photogenic.
I can imagine that.
Because you have all the funky shapes of all the buildings. So it's not like New York where it's a whole, it's tons of the same type of box that are all askew. You have all the different casinos and all the different looks, and a pyramid and a Coke bottle and the Eiffel Tower and the Statue of Liberty. Which even in the poster, if you look, there's a shot of the Statue of Liberty holding her arm up. She has a bite out of her arm. It's not. It's a plane hit it, but it looks like there's a bite out of her arm.
It's crazy though. When I went to Las Vegas, it was only the Strip. It was so small.
Yeah.
I could easily see that just disappearing in a dust storm.
Pretty much.
Post-apocalyptic. I could see it being interesting, but just for that little section.
Yeah. and all the really big stuff is down at the southern end of the Strip by the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sign, the classic sign. Literally, there's that "Welcome to Las Vegas" sign. If you go straight, you go onto the Strip. If you turn right, you go to McCarran Airport, more or less.
Yeah.
It's all right there. Hey, Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
Bruno, hey, it's noon.
It's noon. It's time to let our friends in. Hi, Bruno. You want to come say hi to everybody? Come say hi.
So we're going to go edit. And we're going to come to...
Oh, he just wanted my beef jerky.
Of course. And we'll go to public.
That's mine, not for you.
And we'll do... Oh, I also need to do live chat. And I need to turn the slow-mo on. Slow mode on.
Slow mode.
Save. There we are. So we currently have 8 concurrent viewers.
8.
8. Just a second, and more people will start popping in. But
That's more than people that have been allowed in a room in over a year. So there's.
There is that, yes.
Right?
Right. Oh, click on the wrong thing. Of course, I click on the wrong thing.
And are we live?
Detlef P says can't watch everything today because I'm waiting for my train to work on. Oh, okay. We are supposedly live. Well, we lost a viewer. Mason Vasic says hi. Hello, Mason. I said Mason. It's Mason.
Mason.
For sure it's Mason, sorry. Hello, Mason. Bruno. So we are now have switched over to our public live stream. Hello, everyone. Although
Hello.
I think it's mostly the same everyone's right now. It's noon, it's Sunday, and welcome to the Odin Makes live stream. I am here today, again, live with my best friend.
Felicia.
And we're going to continue working on...
DragonballZ armor.
Sweet.
So we dremeled earlier with the Patreon so we didn't have to torture your ears. You're welcome.
If you're watching from the future, you got to enjoy it anyway.
Yes, and so we finished off these edges. We are going to continue finishing the edges because we have little dowels.
Right, now we get to do the artsy finishing.
Yes, and then we get to finish the foam with the coat of...
I'm going to use Flex Bond. Roscoe Flex Bond. This was actually made theatrically for covering styrofoam, but it works very well for EVA foam as well.
I had a cat named Roscoe.
Oh, cool.
Roscoe baby.
Roscoe. Is it because of Dukes of Hazzard, or?
Actually, my little sister named it after Dukes of Hazzard, yeah. Little Roscoe.
Little Roscoe.
All right, let me go get the dowels.
Right. Don't get too excited there, Bruno. The table's higher up than you think.
I think it's awesome that you can buy them pre-cut in half
Yes.
because cutting them in half is a pain in the
It's
butt.
a pain in the butt.
All right, Bruno, butt, go.
And we're gonna need both sides of the dowels too. What else do we have? We're having lots of people coming in. Savo says hello. Oh, Savio. Stumpy McGee, hello. I remember that name. Dream Team, I think says hi, but it literally says hate. H in the letter 8. I don't know if that's like big eyes and an H. I think it's positive, but you know.
I'm not cool enough to know, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it literally says hate to me. Jiggy Niggies says, hola, Ofen.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Mr. Rooster says, what's up, me diggity dogs? The roost has entered the coop. Hello, how's it going, Roost?
What's up?
Oculus 2003, even and all. Martin Shaw, hello, Odin and Felicia.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Martin. Shadow Wolfman, hey, Odin, will you make an Issy Dragon Arm from high school DXD? Oh, I suppose I could. I wasn't planning on it. There's always that infinite list. Even as I was talking in the pre-show, what I was planning on making for this upcoming Wednesday just changed last night to something I can actually get done in time. So the list is ever changing, even during the week.
Sometimes mid-build, but let's not plan for that.
Yeah, let's not plan for that. Right. I've got the top bowl done for what I was gonna do because I was gonna make Wrecker's Helmet from Bad Batch. Still going to, but at this point I don't realistically have enough time to really get it done and sleep. So even then, it's iffy. So I'm gonna make something a little simpler.
Well, there you go. Mental health first.
Mental
it's
health
important.
first. Mr. Rooster is blowing us kisses, I think.
Mwah.
Danny Pink, what's up, you guys? I'm being asked if I'm interested in making the Winter Soldier arm. I've been asked that a few times, and here's my same problem with it. Okay, one, I should, because I think financially it'd be the right choice for my channel. But foam isn't going to move like a CGI arm. And there's this whole issue of keeping the elbow covered. It'll look great if the arm's straight. If you build it right, it'll look great if the arm's bent. But having it look great in both positions is not something I've really
worked out in a way that doesn't look like medieval plate mail.
Yeah, I could see conquering that problem, but we'd really have to just get in there because you'd have
Right.
to do some layering and you'd have to do some
Like the best thing to do probably is to
a spandex base.
spandex base, if not. Well, I would definitely want to do the Falcon and the Winter Soldier version because that's black and gold as
Yeah.
opposed to the pure chrome from the
'Cause
movie.
chrome freaking A. Like, I
Yeah.
want it to be that gorgeously shiny, but it never.
It never
Never.
is. So if we were to do like a spandex piece,
Mm-hmm.
even if it wasn't painted, if it was like sewn with something in it, so the pieces would stay right.
You could even do a
don't know if
nude
that would
net.
work. A nude net.
Even though you wouldn't see it, you could have it as light and simple as just like the tattoo sleeves.
Oh, okay.
You know, like. You
Oh,
could
and then
do-
attach the foam to the tattoo sleeve.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
a thing you could. And then you'd have to overlap the scaling a little bit on
Mm-hmm.
the elbow because you'd have to have definitely a piece that pokes out at the bone,
Right.
and then you'd have to have the spandex release it and they couldn't be sewn together. They'd have to have that little bit of ease.
A little bit of slip and move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be tricky, but I could see it being possible. But that one,
And the other one that I always thought was a good idea, Hendo did Cable's arm from Deadpool 2. And for the elbow, she just painted the spandex.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, because spandex totally sometimes is the right shade and shine and
Right.
color, and you could just put some kind of base underneath it, you know.
Yeah. So but that's probably,
So, yeah, there's a lot of ways that one. I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibilities, but you got to get brave enough.
right, to actually do it.
I'm feeling all the dust now.
Right, exactly. And I was like, I feel like I got dust.
I'm covered in it.
I got eye boogers. Ah.
Mr. Rooster came back. Had to pause my Hanna-Barbera Goji. My bud is getting a bit of a story here. Oh,
A
wow.
little less dusty.
Mr. Rooster's got a friend who's got serious problems in the hospital.
I'm sorry. Send all of my get well wishes to your
Good
friend.
healing vibes.
Good healing vibes. Who's
Please
having
stay safe.
major problems with appendix and colon.
Well, the good news is appendix surgeries are a lot better than they used to be.
Right.
My friend went in there and came out with 2 poke holes.
Oh,
That
wow.
was
That was it?
And the next day was jumping around like nothing happened. So, whew, 3 days of torture, but
But, and now all these floods of really, really bad, horrible puns. So I, long time ago, I mean, I still have friends that have Crohn's disease, but a long time ago I had a specific friend with Crohn's disease. And he ended up going in and having to have portions of his bowel removed because of it, right?
yeah,
So of course, you know,
he's a little less.
we're merciless, and it's like, so, you know, the doctor, or I think maybe he had the whole thing removed. Maybe he had the whole thing removed, because the joke became the doctor couldn't even leave you a semicolon. But you know, at least Charles is no longer a complete asshole.
Yeah. Well, he's a little less of an ass.
It's a little less of an ass. Yeah.
There you go. You know, a lot of the work that I was picking up early on was hospital work. So we got to get into like hospitals before they were like open to be
Right.
even doctors and stuff like that. And we did a lot of. There was this one heart surgeon who we were doing a piece specifically on, and we got to see him doing like peeling the orange. You know how there's like
Oh.
they did surgery on a grape. I got to watch them
Right.
do surgery on an orange, and we got to get into those liposcopic. I cannot
Oh.
speak. Sorry, people. Like filming it and seeing all the machinery and stuff like that up
Sure.
close and
Is this
personal.
the Da Vinci machine, or is this? Okay, that thing's
Yeah,
cool.
no, it was
Yeah.
really cool right over it. I don't
UC
want to
Davis.
say.
UC Davis,
No,
because
no,
we're
no.
hiding in Sacramento. Oh, okay.
No, it was right out hospital. Their heart
Oh.
program is award winning.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
when
it's okay.
the PBS station I worked for went and did it, they went to UC Davis and.
No, I did UC Davis. We did their cancer treatment center
Okay.
and with the dogs. And anyways, like I've done a lot of random work that who knows what I've done, but I've done
Right.
a lot of it. And that was one of the more fascinating ones when we got to get into the hospitals and really get into people's daily working lives and the machinery.
Right.
And then actually have to deal with it up close and personal in your own life and being so grateful that this technology exists.
Yes.
And then that you have these doctors with this training that can, so yes.
Uh huh.
Definitely have a good appreciation for that, and also really do like doing a lot of medical filming, I guess you
Yeah.
could say.
Well,
Yeah.
it's all very the equipment and the skill and the perfectionism, professionalism is all very, very inspiring and
Oh my gosh,
yeah.
have you seen how they've been taking like what people are trying to describe and making the little videos of the walking?
Right.
Yeah, it's just amazing. I hats off to you guys. That's more creativity. But anyways, so we were going to add some dowels to this.
We're gonna add some dowels to this.
Work.
Let's see. Leah Jones is shouting out hi, Odin and Felicia. Stephen Dyke, D-Y-C-H-E, wants to apologize for being late. No, you're fine.
Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're here.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, dowels.
Look at my hair is all glued into this project. You know, that happens at work too, but
another.
apparently it's good luck if somebody's hair gets sewn into the hem of a wedding dress anyways. Like if it's a married woman, it's good luck and means a happy marriage, and if it's an unmarried woman, then if the hair gets sewn into the thread, it means that she will get good luck and find somebody. I don't know, crazy traditions, but basically I'm shedding hair and I feel like whatever, it's okay. It's tradition.
So no matter what, it's good luck.
Right?
we're going to make these things specific, whether or not the person who sewed it was married, but it doesn't matter, it's still good luck.
Right?
Okay.
Whether it's for me or her.
Right, all right.
There you go. So where do the big dowels go? Where do the little dowels go? And which edges are we finishing with them?
So the big dowels are 20 millimeters in diameter. And
how does that convert to popsicle sticks? And
20 millimeters is equal to 2 popsicle sticks. 20 millimeters, I think, is 3 layers of cat toy. 20 millimeters is almost 3/4 of an inch.
And I know how that is actually accurate. He is not bullshitting this.
No, not really.
Because we know.
Because we know these things. We've measured the popsicle sticks. So we got 2 different sizes. We'll need a second package of the 15 millimeter.
Yeah.
But we got 15 millimeter and we have 20 millimeter. And, or is it 10? Maybe it's 10.
Did we go down on dowel sizes
15,
when we
okay.
went down on... Because we scaled this whole thing down 20%.
I did not go down on dowel sizes because there's only 3 sizes available.
Okay. That's
10,
what
10,
I just wanted
15,
to
and
confirm.
20.
Okay.
Yeah. So dropping from 20 to 15 is going to be...
Too big and not...
Yeah, what is it, 25% reduction? And that's pretty close, I guess.
Yeah,
but-
because we reduced this 20%.
Right. So it could have, but
Is it this one going to go on the bottom?
the big one goes on the bottom. So
Yeah, I think that boulder line on this size works. So
Yeah.
Yes,
and probably putting the big one on first is not a bad plan.
should we put something in here to keep it from dipping down,
No,
or
it's
do
good.
we?
We just let it dip down.
We use that dip.
Yeah, just use the dip. Just let it dip down.
Let it be.
Yep.
Okay.
That's I think it'll end up looking kind of good. It's kind of hard to.
Get that kind of good details.
Well, it's kind of hard to show off without actually doing it, but it'll glue all the way to the edge, and it'll end up having this dip that goes in, and that's okay with me. I think that'll look fine.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Okay, and
We need glue. Whoa, hi Toby.
with the size, isn't it great when you have dogs underfoot? With the length of the build, these are 36 inches long, which equals about a yard.
Yeah. A yard is from here to here for me. Just in case you need conversion lengths, it's from the tip of my nose to where I can pinch a piece of fabric. Let's see how accurate it is. A little short.
A little short,
We'll see. I have this little. This is how I would measure in yard.
right? But that means the dowel's longer,
Yeah.
right?
That means that I measure my yard slightly short.
Oh, okay.
Is
Well,
what I'm saying, because that's my.
okay.
Where
There's also no guarantee that's exactly accurate either.
No, I know. But,
Yeah.
when you're like, all right, I need about a yard, that's my yard.
So the HD dowels come packaged from Felicia nose to Felicia fingertip.
There you go.
And we're going to need about one of those units to go around the bottom of the Saiyan armor. And even for someone my size, it's enough. So it's kind of cool that it doesn't matter. There's enough here. We're just have some little pieces left over.
Yep. So we're going to start with the smaller pieces and then do the big piece on the bottom last.
I was going to go the other way.
Go the big piece on the bottom and then do the little.
Do the big piece and then do the little ones because we can cut the little ones on a slight angle to fit up against the big ones.
Okay, so are we going to do a little one in here?
Yeah. So what ends up happening is that's the big one goes on the bottom, and then the little ones pretty much trim out everything else. And I
Yeah.
believe we start with this angle up here, that goes all the way across this kind of M.
Okay.
And then finish this off, and then put one in here, and put one here, and then one here.
Okay.
I think.
'Cause
We
I
might
would
double
put
check that one.
These two first, because then this and this would finish off this one's edges, because those edges go off into the middle.
Right.
But you said that you know how to angle this nicely, so you don't have to
you
worry
just cut
about
these
that.
on an angle, so when it lays against the curve of the other one, they're not sitting like this. They're not sitting on top of each other.
So you've done this before and know what you're doing.
little-
So I
a little
will
bit.
be.
Okay. There is the trick of you have to cut it right, but you can give it a little bit of a stretch while you're gluing it down. I wouldn't do too much because it'll change stuff. But yeah, and then we also still need to put our Velcro squares on the backs of the shoulders and on the back of the back.
So we
but
can have a
that
finish.
doesn't have to happen before we do the trim.
Yeah, we could do the dowels first. We can glue it with it. I got the glue pot.
Good.
We have the dowels, and I will get Velcro.
All right. I'm going to throw the bags away because we're not going to have any dowels to save. We are going to use all these up and get more. Undead Wiccan says a yard is equal to my inseam. You have some long legs.
36 inseam.
Oh, Maker Props says they got their Anycubic Mega X printer board. Got it fixed. That's awesome. Congratulations.
What are you going to print?
Everything. ATM Props and Cosplay is asking, hello, Odin and Felicia. Any plans to make the Batman 2022 cowl in pleather?
Pleather.
I can't even picture I can't even say it's the
Batman?
Twilight Vampire Batman, Robert Patterson.
I always love Batman. There's no problems or things against Batman.
No,
I
there's
love
no.
his cape too.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can't think of what does it really look pleathery?
At the shop, we had a couple different versions of Batmans. My
Right.
favorite ones were the rubber ones that we had, that were the deluxe
Right.
Rudy's ones. But there were several different capes.
Sure.
We had a vinyl one that was that fake leather and had a good weight to it. But the one I really, really liked, just the best Batman cape, was the satin one.
Yeah.
And it had the poles in it from side,
Right.
so it really went up, and it had the right shaping. And when you ran around with that Batman cape, you felt like Batman. The
Right.
Batman, the
Yeah.
cape made the right noise. It was double layered. It was
Oh,
nice
okay.
and thick. But the rubber one, it had more. The rubber one, the vinyl one, had more of a rubber look to it, and it really matched the rubber suit underneath. So
Right. I just thinking the actual Patterson Batman. You may not have.
where it has the more of the vinyl
It
structured
isn't even out yet.
rubber.
The movie isn't even out yet. It's only trailers. So yeah.
But his cape is cool. It has a really good structure to it at the top. And it would probably definitely be out of vinyl on that one.
Okay.
But I would copy the pattern of that satin one.
Right.
Because it was the right shape. But the swooshiness.
The swooshiness.
The swooshiness. But it wouldn't be true to his character.
Right.
We're getting a picture
Oh, we're
of,
getting a picture over here. Okay.
of what it looks like. And
Gotcha.
that's not a swooshy looking cape.
No, that's not a swooshy looking cape at all.
It is a very much structured looking cape. I could appreciate it. And I can see how they're different capes.
Right. And from
Different.
what I remember, there were a number of different capes for the original Michael Keaton film.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was the super long Art Deco shot capes, there was the jumping off the building cape, and there was the short get in and out of the Batmobile cape.
Because there's impractical things.
Uh-huh.
No capes.
No capes.
No capes. But
This is also why most of the capes are CG in the Justice League.
oh yeah, and I absolutely love Doctor Strange's cape. It has a personality of its
Yes.
own, and I want to be his cape. If I could be a superhero, I'd be the cape.
You want to be the cape.
The cape. There you go.
That is a viable cosplay. I've seen it. You get somebody cosplaying as Doctor Strange not wearing the cape, and then
And
you have
just be the
somebody else.
backpack.
And somebody else is just the cape, kind of like the magic carpet from Aladdin. You're just. Let's see. Do I want to? I can guess.
What are you just gonna glue it down and then cut it, or are you gonna cut it and then glue it down?
Oh, I'm going to glue it down and then cut it. But what I want to do is I'm going to take the 20 millimeter wide dowel, which is all curled.
and
the wrong
trace
way.
it so you have a glue line so you don't go outside of it.
Yeah, so I don't color outside the line too much.
Okay. I can do it on the other piece so that
Oh, sure.
you can get gluing. I'll actually do some crafting.
We're already half an hour into the more or less the public live stream and haven't done anything yet. You're worried about getting something done?
Always. Never.
Never. So earlier this week, I did buy the blue jumpsuit. That'll fit Joe. So
Yay! And it has the tactical turtleneck.
yes.
And I think that's the right look. I really think that Joe could pull off that Vegeta look. I'm excited. It's really interesting but building a costume for a specific person. And most costumes are built for very specific people, but I made them for
Yeah, your custom, or what you are accustomed to,
is making it for everybody. Okay,
Right.
this needs to fit.
everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm seeing a super chat, I think.
I rented more Princess Leia in your size than I ever did in anything close to my size at the
Oh, okay.
costume shop. Yeah. Like, because we had it in your size and it rented all the time.
Sure.
But yeah, just interesting things. Like, it just was like having to do it for, like, it's got to be for everybody, not just for one person. And so
Right.
doing it for one person, I'm like, ooh, we get it, like, specific into sizing, into shapes. And
Right, really make it fit.
yeah, yeah.
We got a super chat from Monkey Business.
Monkey business.
Yes. Hey, are you doing the classic Saiyan armor with the pauldrons and tassels, or the version without?
We are doing the version without.
We are doing the version without.
We're doing the simplified version. We're using the same pattern from SKS Props. So if you wanted to check out Steve's channel, which is SKS Props, we're using his pattern and more or less following his instructions.
So
And-
if you want this all explained to you in 10 minutes, go watch his video and then you
Right.
can get an idea of what we're doing and then come craft along with us.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
We're just building this in real time in front of you where we're not doing any of the spots not on camera, even the annoying dremeling, but you get to do that during my hair
Now I was gluing it.
glue. Oh, yeah. I see. Ugh.
But yeah, definitely. Check out Steve's channel. He's a very talented guy with very good videos.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does. That's SKS Props. It's also a .com and also happens to be the guy that makes the foam we're using. So
I think he knows what he's doing.
yeah, I think he knows what he's doing. All right, so that's all covered.
Now the dowels.
Now the dowels. We're having, yes. Apparently Faker Maker was trying to ask about Nicole. Nicole is not with us today. Just
In our hearts.
caught up with something else and can't make the live stream this week.
So, are we doing all of the edges more or less finished in this?
Yes.
So if I just kind of...
Yes, I think even that edge.
I won't trace it yet.
Okay.
I will go around this edge, though,
I will pull that up on my phone
and just double
pretty
check.
quick and double check. But I think it is. I just don't quite remember if the rib sides are or not.
This is a very nice ruler because it really conforms to where I need it to...
Right. And oddly, it's exactly the right shape the whole time, or the right thickness the whole time.
No wonder you use foam rulers.
Well, foam rollers are also really helpful. When you're making foam armor, or trying to make a piece of foam that's going to wrap around your neck or wrap around your arm or something.
Or a specific weird shape that's going to have a curve to it. How long is it going to really
How long is
need
it
to be?
actually going to be? Because you could use a regular sewing tape measure, and that's how long it is. But that isn't how much foam it needs, because foam has thickness.
And curvature and,
And curvature and shape.
bend over and needs to go
Uh-huh.
up and over, and the inside of a curve is a different size than the outside of the curve, and which one you measure. So yeah, I can
Yeah.
see this being helpful.
Yeah, so you make a ruler that's from the thickness of the material you're going to use, and it fits. It'll actually measure right. Regardless if you're doing the inside
Is
of
that
the
a
curve or
train?
the outside. That is a train.
There's always strings.
This is the third or fourth train this week.
Week? Oh yeah.
With this stream.
String.
No, there's been lots of trains all week.
Last stream there wasn't so many though.
No, there wasn't very many last stream, but this stream's already becoming one of those, Like a train went by when I first put the camera up, and we had a couple of trains go by during the pre-show. And this guy. It sounds like we're still having a train go by. It's almost like making a licorice thing. It's just a big piece of grade, very chewy licorice.
I was gonna say, where's your little circle cutter? We can just fill that up.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
It even has the thing. Look it.
It
You
even has
guys
the
wanted
thing.
an unlimited licorice thing.
yeah, there you go.
Isn't that it?
Pretty much, yeah. You just hang that up
Upside down.
upside down, and
There you go.
yeah.
Works for me, right? Or we could just use that for cutting dowels. I mean circles.
Circles. That'd be really weird to get any kind of dowel with. Possible. It does have a razor blade in it, but
But yeah, no, circles. Sorry, I'm holding a dowel looking at a circle cutter.
on the Discord chat, Jerry Props says, I have an idea for the Winter Soldier arm. Jerry says, it may or may not work, but here it goes. Make a pattern first out of stretchy fabric. Glue the foam pieces of the arm directly on the fabric, but not together, if that makes sense. But leave panel lines in between. That way, if the arm bends, there hopefully won't be a gap between the upper and lower arm.
That's more or less what I was kind of thinking of, just gluing the foam directly to a stretchy fabric so that you had the stretchy fabric
Okay.
behind it to give it the thing. But then it could easily pop off. But you can also sew it in the inside. I've thought about this. There's some layers to it.
There's some layers to it.
Literally. Some layers.
Huff and glue fumes.
Now, this one, it has it around. Is it going on the inside or the outside?
I think it always goes on the top.
On the outside.
Steve might have curled it around, but I would just glue it to the top
You're
because it'll be very clean and consistent
Okay,
if we
so-
just surface mount the whole thing.
So, just to confirm, we're going to be
Right.
here with
That's what I was planning on
the
doing.
edge being okay. That
Because if we curl it, it could turn out lumpy. It could, it could be.
I would see you'd have to give like a vowel-y or something Dremel
Yeah.
in here in order
Yeah,
to
or put a corner on that. Just glue it flat.
flat top. Okay.
Same reason for you talking me out of
Dremeling the lines.
dremeling the belly
Sorry,
lines.
Joe. I apologize, but I like the straight lines.
That may not have been what Joe was talking about. It may
Okay.
I may have totally misunderstood, and glad I didn't bother to do it during the week.
Well, then I wouldn't be live and built live.
It's true.
All the secret little steps wouldn't be like revealed of
What?
annoyingly dremeling things.
But
and
if we
finishing.
don't gatekeep our secrets, we will become irrelevant. People won't come to us anymore.
What secrets? Putting in all the hours of hard work that freaking takes to just do the details? Yeah, no. Nothing's just, it's that easy. Every time it's, I just need to sit down real quick at the sewing machine. It's 5 minutes of sewing, but an hour and a half or two of just sewing machine repair to get to that point.
Right. Clean up.
Setup, brain processing.
Bright Eye says there's sewable foam, isn't there? Yeah.
Yes, you could totally sew through foam.
Yeah, almost all of it is sewable. What the foam you can literally sew without any additional backing.
Increase your stitch length, because otherwise
Right.
you're just perforating your foam and then you're just making a nice dotted line to tear along.
Right.
But yes, you could sew foam, increase your stitch length to the maximum stitch length. So it can go in, up, over, down, as opposed to... Just saying, from experience.
I'm making a coupon.
Yeah, just...
Or stamps.
Yeah.
Gordo345, Toys, Games, Hardcore Wrestling Videos, what a short username, not only has an emoji, but says, wait, he doesn't acknowledge you unless you donate money? No, that's not it at all. I'm busy crafting, I'm talking to my co-host, and I try to look over at the comments. So just by the very nature of that, I miss at least half the comments. So I'm sorry if I didn't catch what you said earlier.
We're human, we're live, we're crafting.
Right.
And somebody asked once, how do we decide what we read? We don't. We just
We don't.
whatever catches our eye.
Whatever catches our eye. Generally speaking, try not to read off the comments that are strictly the, hey, I think you should make the chicken guy costume from Family Guy. Because I invite people to give me ideas for videos, and frankly, there's a lot of those. And we've even joked about how we could do an entire stream live, and that's all we would read off. And I think it would probably be kind of boring. It might be fun if we read it and then spitballed how to do it. But,
Yeah.
but
Which
yeah,
could be fun.
That could be fun.
That could be our next Stitch and Bitch.
Yeah, it's our section bitch, yes. Oh, we just missed Cinco de Mayo, so we can't do a tequila and bitch.
Aw. That was Mother's Day, wasn't it? No. Do I do over? Oh,
Yeah, go on top still, like on the sides.
like this?
Yeah.
So you'd be putting the glue there?
Yep, I'll be putting the glue on the top part of the pack.
Okay. Thank you.
And then almost immediately I see one that says, Odin, why don't you try making swords of exile from God of War? It's all in capital. You know, that's probably not her voice at all, but it's all caps. What is this? It's Idea Siobhan. Chavan? Anyway. I could. I'm looking at making a prop from Army of the Dead. I'm looking at making update to the Mechagodzilla build. I want to make something from the Bad Batch. I want to make something from Resident Evil 8. I mean, it all very quickly mashes together. I'm like, well, that's a month. You know, it's only doing a video.
You get 4 props a month.
Only doing a video a week.
Which is about 4 a month.
Yeah, which is about
And that's
4 a
4
month.
props.
Yeah.
And you're getting through Mechagodzilla, so if you get one of those, that gives you 3 other props.
Right. It keeps stacking up.
Yeah. So on the outside edges, it goes, are we doing the whole outside edge?
I believe so. That's what I needed to look up.
Yeah.
I know along the top at least, but I was trying to remember if we did the sides. I think we did the sides. Let me go ahead and just look up what Steve did, and we'll just copy Steve because
Steve did it first.
Steve did it first. And then if it's what the fans don't like, is like, well, that's the way Steve did it, you know, and we're following Steve's instructions.
Don't
because
worry. Even if we do it exactly the way Steve did it, it won't be the way Steve did it.
No, it won't. It already isn't. We've already done stuff different.
We've made it 20% smaller.
That's for starters. Also, Steve glued one side together and only had one side Velcro because he was pretty much making it to fit him.
Yeah.
Whereas we decided
Train.
Whereas we decided to do both.
And it still fits. It's just
Yeah.
everybody's different. And this is how Odin makes.
Wow, I tried to go to SKS Props and I just totally lost.
They're going to have a little Saiyan army soon.
Yep. Templates over here. Because I should be able to see a picture with the template. Yes.
Yeah. He
It
did
goes-
a
it
full
goes down the sides.
encapsulation.
And you see it goes over, there's one down that seam.
Yeah, but see how this kind of goes a little bit over and a little bit over?
Yeah.
I was just saying shove it a little under and shove it a little under.
Well, it'll make the big one bump over it.
Yeah, but just turn it down so it goes towards the bottom and doesn't go towards the top.
Well, it's cut like you have two circles of tubes, like on a bicycle. One is just cut with a curve cut to match the circumference of the other ones. The two just fit together.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's not bumping up and over it. It's cut on an angle
Okay.
to lay down.
Okay. We are learning about dowels today,
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, definitely you can see it just goes. That's full
The
perimeter.
sharpest corners are right there.
Yeah, and yeah, these are definitely rounded.
He
But-
rounded them all
Yeah,
prettily, but I like the sharp edge.
Then we'll leave the sharp edge.
Sorry, Joe. I am apologizing because I am
I don't
not.
need to apologize to Joe, but
I'm not gonna round them. I like them, and so we're already doing it different.
yeah, there you go.
It's our own way.
It's a tiny bit easier.
Is it though? Because you had to have those straight in the first place.
Yeah, this is easier because we're not rounding it. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
This
No,
is
I know.
easier.
But had we not gotten straight edges that actually look clean, I would have probably rounded it.
Just in case is saying, what do you do with all the props you make? Do you ever sell them? I have actually talked about selling them more than once. It hasn't happened yet, but it will. In fact, one of the things that I need to do, and I haven't done, and I'm running out of time, is Foam Armory has currently got a Kickstarter going for their scallop blades.
Yes.
Or their scale mail, not scallop
Scale
blades.
mail.
Scale mail, sorry. And I need to be sending them some stuff so they can add that to it. And the Kickstarter's half done now. So
Yeah.
that's totally not cool on my part that I haven't gotten that out to them.
But if you want a chance to get the witch armor, that's
Yeah.
where you're going to get it.
That's where you're going to get it. The whole point being that's going to be the first time buying anything that I've made is going to be publicly available. It's going to be the Witcher armor, and I was going to send him Lando's mask, which Ben certainly seemed excited about, but then I'm not sure if anyone else did, because, no, I can get it. I sort of get it. It's not really, doesn't have anything to do with their stuff, but it's something.
You've only used their stuff once so far.
Right. Well, I get stuck on this. I'm going to make something. I shouldn't curve this too much. It's a bag. It's not a cylinder. I get stuck on the idea that I'm going to make something from something, as opposed to, say, Much Props, who has done a ton of really cool looking stuff using Ben's chainmail, using Ben's foam mail, scale mail. Yeah, I finally said that right, scale mail. But Much Props is creating their own stuff that'll look cool using those products, and for whatever reason, that's just not what I do on my channel.
Yeah, you like to recreate things.
I really like
down
to
to the
recreate things.
last little details. You do not like coming up with your own patterns.
Nope.
Or your own designs, and I laugh because I'm always like, but I want to do my own original.
Do
And
your
you're
own
like-
original.
You're like, you can do that, but I need a pattern to follow.
Yeah. Well, no, if I had a picture, I could do it too. But a lot of it is I actually don't like my own art.
Interesting.
You know, it's just you are your own worst critic.
Right.
I'm super harsh on my ability to draw. I don't mind.
You did a good Indiana Jones, but
Thank you.
that was copying.
That was copying, and that was also using the opaque projector in high school and all that stuff too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that wasn't freehand.
So,
So there's that one.
there we go. I will trade you.
Okay.
And then you can do that one, and I'll start
do
getting
this
glue
one.
on this.
Always finish to the edges is what Herbal Base Build does. It says. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
you finish edges, it just...
It goes from being a hobby to a finished prop. So yeah, always finish edges.
Difference between homemade and handmade.
Yeah. I'm hearing feet. Are they locked outside or are they in here?
They're
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 both
just
here?
eating your mat. That's what
Oh.
you're listening to.
Oh, that's what they always do. What is it? Jason Makes. Or Jackson Makes. Honestly, I love both your guys' positivity, and I love just to sit down and watch your videos. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Jackson.
Thank you for joining us.
That is Jackson, right? Jaxson?
Jackson.
Jackson. So yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know I'm probably not the best angle for doing this for camera. I do have glue on this end, right? Okay, good.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put the whole thing covered in glue, and you can
Yeah.
decide whichever way you want to cover it.
Yes. No, it doesn't matter which way you paint the glue on.
But all of these areas will be covered in glue.
All those areas will be covered in glue and be covered in dowel. And we also need to go find where the other 15mm dowel pack went.
Okay. I'll do that as soon as this is
We're
done.
gonna need more. We're gonna need about a pack and a half to do the whole project.
That's good to know. That's actually not bad.
No, it's not bad. They're like $6 or $7, I think, retail. If you actually go into the store and buy them, if you get them online, they're usually discounted. And that's from Blick Art Supply, and
That's-
Blick Art is constantly having a deal with buy a certain amount and we'll give you free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're buying foam, it's like, oh, you mean buy enough to do a costume and a half, and I can have free shipping? Okay.
Enough to finish your project, and then
Right.
enough to get going on something that you're, damn it, I can't just let this go. I have to finish it.
Right. I mean, it's the cost of shipping is basically another roll of foam. So why not just buy another roll of foam? You're spending the money anyway.
This is the tiny ones,
That's
so
the
it's
tiny
not the
ones.
right one, but I'm putting that over there so I don't accidentally
That's
grab
fine.
it again.
some of these.
Nope, this is another packet of the tiny ones.
Were we supposed to be using 10s? I don't think so. It was supposed to be 15s.
Yeah.
It might be the bench behind us too.
The
So
bench
now-
behind me.
Back here, it could be buried back here. Maybe we need to look at the video again really
Oh, I
quick.
see it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I spy with my little eye.
A package of triangle foam.
The wrong stuff.
So these are half dowels. They also come in triangle,
Here's a full dowel.
and they come in full dowel. So this is a full dowel being a full circle, and this is 20 millimeter.
And
So then you
this
get your
is
half dowel.
triangles.
And then they also sell triangle. And these are the 3 shapes that SKS Props has. And these are available in, this is 10 millimeter, 15 millimeter, which is half size, and this is 20 millimeter. And honestly, these things are great. And I love the triangles for doing cutting edges on swords and things because
It's cutting edge.
it's cutting edge. It's just, it's a very mechanically clean and consistent.
Nope, those are full dowels.
I buy a few of these things from time to time. Because this is mechanically cut and created in a factory, I like how clean the edge is, and it seems much easier to me to use this for making the edge of a sword blade or a axe blade or anything else, instead of just trying to sharpen it with a Dremel, which totally works, but I like the look.
Here's the blue bodysuit.
We may have to trade positions.
Yeah.
Let's see. With all of your, let's see, Jackson Makes, with all of your projects combined, including your tools, how much do you think it would cost? I feel like I've walked into the middle of something there. $1 million! I don't know. I spend quite a bit on my materials.
$40 per prop or $50.
Yeah,
materials.
I'm usually in the $50 neighborhood for most of the stuff I build. Some of it runs a little more.
And some is a little less, but I'd say
and-
about that price range is what you aim for.
Yeah,
Sorry to provide us something.
And that's also what I'm buying that's new material, right? Because I'm constantly using stuff I already have. Like I've already got glue in the shop. I've already got a lot of paint in the shop. I've already bought a case of Plastidip off of Amazon, and so I'm using those. So I don't think of those materials as part of the cost of the build. I only think about, I need to get a roll of foam. I don't have any foam, so I'm going to go buy that. And that's $15 usually, $16. Yeah.
It's
but
what you stock up on and hoard.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also make everything out of garbage, so there's that too.
Yep. No, totally.
Or steal your foam.
Don't steal my foam. Yes,
Yeah, I totally steal your foam. At least, yeah, no, I steal your foam. I have been to many craft support stores and cannot find contact cement. Where do you buy yours?
I get mine from the hardware store.
From the hardware store. And he doesn't buy it in the little containers, he buys it by the jug.
Yes, I buy it by the gallon, and out here in California, it's actually hard to find in that size. So what I do is I get it from Ace Hardware because they carry the gallon cans in my area.
It's like you've looked for it before.
A couple of times.
And contact cement is not the same as rubber cement, although they are very similar.
Yes.
And then we also found, what was the name of the glue that did really well with the vinyl that was like the contact cement? I really enjoyed whatever expensive glue that was.
HH66.
HH66, that stuff was terrible, but I loved how well it glued.
Okay, am I remembering wrong?
You're not finding it, are you? They were over there, and there was a packet over there,
Yeah.
and there was the triangles over there.
Well, I've noticed over the week that there seemed to be one packet of 15, but it should have been more than one, but now I'm questioning
If there was ever more than one.
if I'm remembering the wrong size, and we're supposed to be using 2 things of 10. Did you find 2 of 10?
Well, I found these lovely round ones that are full circles that look the right size.
Well, I could have bought those on accident.
So
They are the right size.
they look the right size. They look the right shape, but they're a little too there's no flat edges because.
Oh, they're full round. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
I don't think Joe used them on his project.
Mateo Fromers says, but did Odin change the day for the live? Yes, we used to be Monday. Now we're Sunday. So
Yep.
Sundays are our live stream day now. Hope that works for you, because it works for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And it would just be Odin. For better or worse.
That would be horrible, boring.
Alright, I'm going to start putting the glue on this part.
Okay.
Because even if it dries out before you get over here, we can at least do a double layer glue.
Right.
And it looks like we did that on purpose to make it sticky better. Stick better.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite amused.
That you can't find it?
Well, I shouldn't be. My shop is a disaster, but yes.
You mean you crafted in here?
Yeah.
I knocked that so it's no longer on the screen where people are chatting.
People are chatting.
No, I knocked the thing so it's no longer showing what people
Okay.
are saying, so I can't interact with the chat.
Oh yeah. Fell on the mouse. Gabriel Menzies says, a live stream with just Odin? Yuck. Hello and welcome to Felicia Makes. I'm your co-host Odin, and today, Felicia, what are you making?
A mess!
A mess! A mess! A mess! We're making a mess today!
Bruno's excited. Did you say mess? I'm good at that.
The driver says, is it just me or does Odin really look like Happy Hogan? You know, from Iron Man or Spider-Man. Yeah, I've been told that a lot. That
You could cosplay.
I could apparently cosplay as Jon Favreau, and I'm all right with that. ATM Props and Cosplay says it's Monday for Australia.
Well, there you go.
There you go. Alrighty. I'm going to first check Steve's list of materials.
See what size?
Yeah, I thought it said. It's actually on the template too. Yeah, 2 packages of 15mm HD foam half round dowels and 1 package of 20mm. It's actually on the template. Okay. What the heck? I know I specifically went to Blickart and bought it.
Fact checking. You're not losing your mind.
I'm not losing my mind.
We are just losing our dowels. Will Odin ever find these dowels? Find out next time on.
Yeah. See you next week as Odin continues to clean the shop.
It's bothering you, isn't it? Did it fall down in the front area? No, I don't see it there.
No. I'm back in the same spot again. Unfortunately, my shop organization could be best described as piles.
So you are a macro versus a micro organizer?
Maybe, yes.
So bin systems would be better.
That sounds the most positive way you can put that.
Well, some people need to see their stuff in order to know what they have. Otherwise, it gets pulled out and never put away.
as much as we can glue on with one package. This is actually,
Start shaving those other dowels in half.
I could do that. I've done that.
Would rather not have to do that
I have to do that.
because you've done
You
that.
actually get more that way, I think. Do you? No, maybe you don't. I don't remember.
Who knows? Okay, let's see what people are saying.
That's probably a great plan. Hang it up. No.
So, Tongru, yesterday I finished my Mandalorian helmet from your project. Well, congratulations, that's awesome.
Oh, that is awesome.
That's not easy, and that's awesome. Yeah. Oh, someone's asking if are you going to make Hazel and Cha-Cha masks from Umbrella Academy. That one's been asked a few times.
That's a few times now.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the list. It can't be. I mean, I have to physically put it on there.
Kaylin Motter says, that necklace looks dangerous to wear. It probably is. I thought it might cut my hair this morning when I put it on, but I like it. And I need
Wow.
to get can't find it, can you?
No, I cannot. That is amazing. It just bugs me because I know I went out of my way to get it.
I feel you.
This little bag. It's like I've got a feeling that it's in the bag still, sitting somewhere.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I can see that. Well then, let's just start with the front.
Yep, we'll just
If
start
we
with
can
the
get the front done, and then we'll see
then
how
we'll-
far we can get in the back
we'll
because
just
we can
cut
always
what
add
we
this
need,
piece
yeah.
later.
That's the triangle, and that's the 10, and that's a 10.
So let me get these.
And you found some 20 that was right?
I found the full dowels.
The full dowels. That's what I meant. Full
Yes.
dowels that were 15.
That's like it looked
Right.
right, but it wasn't quite the right package. All right, I'm gonna go peek one more time now that you've thoroughly dug through everything.
It's all right. Digging through everything, trying to find stuff.
But I love what I'm finding because look at this.
Well, it's out of focus that close to the camera, but yes.
Yes, but just saying, it's not that boring to dig through this stuff. And there's God of War's like.
God of War's Chaos Blades
And
with
we-
King Kong's axe and a
some
Mandalore.
pearls.
And what's that?
There's some pearls.
Some pearls over there, and yeah, and there's a couple of Mandalorian helmets, and
What's this thing called again?
that's the Pip Boy
Yeah, we got the Pip-Boy.
from Fallout.
Uh-huh.
That's the repainted one that Joe did for our Party City build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of fun things that you dig down a layer. What happens to Odin's props? They get piled up.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. That's the most unfortunate thing is that.
But they survive. They can handle it.
So there's a small hope I'll be able to go to Silicon this year. Silicon, this is the Adam Savage Con happening in San Jose. I have submitted just to be there on my own. I don't have high hopes for that because I may have done it a little too late. But I am also being added on to a panel with McThor, who typically does do a lot of panels, and hopefully I'll be able to get in that way.
Yay!
Yay! I mean, I can always buy a ticket, but doing the whole panel thing's nice because you avoid that whole line thing.
Alright, I think I'm just going to give up on finding these today.
Right, the only spot we really haven't checked is back there. Right. We got Light SG1. Hi, Odin. Would you make a Metal Gear Solid gray Fox helmet or his sword for a video, or even the swords from Metal Gear Rising? I probably could. I gotta admit that's wasn't on my radar, but you found more packs,
No.
but not the right ones, huh?
No, those were the ones I was carrying around so I wouldn't
Oh.
accidentally refine them.
Darn it.
Sorry.
The thing
It
is,
what it
I
is.
know I've got a box or a bag around here that's stuffed full of these things. Because I just, buy them. It's one of the things I wanted to do and hasn't happened yet is put a pegboard up on the wall over there and then hang these up again like they are in the shop. Like when you go and buy them retail. That way I can see, okay, I got this many dowel, I got this many,
Yeah, no, you have to see it organizer.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
pretty much. Or if it's in a box, it has to be very much labeled on the side.
Yeah, clear boxes help.
Clear boxes would help. I'm all right with the cardboard. I'm not going to say, it's better than clear. But
No, I'm just saying from my experience of organizing the costume shop, it definitely helps having a clear box. You can see things.
Right.
And I organize by color, so like at work when I'm working on like not 12 dresses, but multiple dresses at a time.
50 Shades of White.
50 Shades of freaking white. But each dress I have a different color clipboard attached to it, and then I color coordinate it so that I can see what order everything's due from across the room, because rainbow
Right.
order. Visualize. Clear boxes, I have to work with myself because otherwise I'm fighting myself the entire time. I missed one spot to mark.
Second one here too.
There's one to here too?
Yeah, there's a centerpiece that goes over that line.
Okay. Well, how wide is that?
15 millimeter.
15 millimeters. Where's that? This one?
Probably pretty close to that, yeah.
Yeah.
Close enough that if you're a little sloppy.
I could be on. This is slightly narrower than this, so if I'm
Yeah.
inside of this, the glue will be fine.
Right.
So let me get that last little bit marked. Center.
Squid Stick. I recognize that name. Since you made the Tesseract, the Aether Box, and the Eye of Agamotto, are you going to make the other Infinity Stone containers? Yes, I was planning on going ahead and making the other Infinity Stone containers. Eventually. The Chitauri staff, I think, is the next one that's probably going to happen, because there's this little thing coming up on Disney Plus, this like Loki show, and it seemed like the most appropriate prop to make for the beginning of the Loki show, because I don't know what else is going to happen in the show other than his new little headpiece. So 11 G Wiz 11 says a killer clowns from outer space going to be really cool, because it's very close to the red gun you had when you're poking it around. The driver just starts saying, guys, I got a really cool idea. Why don't you make the Heisenberg hammer from Resident Evil Village? So I'm going to be making some Resident Evil Village builds, I think, because
Sounds like fun.
now that it's out and I've seen a little bit of gameplay, and it looks great. I think the video looks great. The game looks great. And that's definitely on my list.
On the radar.
On the radar. Alrighty.
Trying to decide where you're going to start. I didn't get glue here yet.
Oh, no, you have not. All right, I'll let you do that.
And then
Yeah, exactly. Trying to decide where I'm going to start. Because mentally I was I'm going to do this one first. But it's like, all right, well, how am I going to deal with this? I guess I could cut it on a 45 and do it, and then cut it on a 45. So that's what I'll do.
okay. Yeah, you have to think about.
Yep.
Order of operations matters.
Do we get a monkey and a banana with a Super Saiyan?
Just saying.
The shortest username in the chat still, with Gordo345 Toys, Games, and Hardcore Wrestling Videos, is saying, have you made a Lion-O armor? Have you made Lion-O armor or anything Thundercats? Yes, I've made the Aya Thundara sword. It's definitely in the links there somewhere. That happened, I think. Well, that was 2018 when that happened, I think. Or maybe it was spring of 2019. It's been a little bit since that happened. But I did make the Sword of Thundara, yeah. I think I'm saying that right.
There you go. Go check it
The
out.
Eye of Thundara.
Your wish is my command. I love it when you're like, yes, I already did that
I've
project.
done one of those. I have not done the claw, but I also no longer have the sword. That was one of the few things that have been rehomed is the Thundercat sword. So doing Lion-O's claw shield to go along with the sword, I would have to get the sword back first, in my opinion, because I don't want to make it again. That's two props.
Right? I already did it. I moved on mentally.
Von Laden is saying, "Hi, Odin and Felicia from South Africa. Thanks for no banging. No hammering rivets and stuff today. The family will be happy. Thanks for the awesome show."
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yes.
Don't check out the first hour.
Well, that's still not hammering. That may not be as bad. Foxum Armor. The work on my LARP armor has begun.
Yay!
Almost. I have a few more patterns left, and then a few materials, but then it's almost ready.
Well, patterning and the brain work before you get going sometimes is the most work.
Yeah.
And the most undercredited work because your brain has to chew on how it's going to get done before you even go. So you have to pattern it, break it down, put it together before you even start. So that is, I would count that as started. Just saying.
Totally.
I love how you're just cutting your finger. Don't do this at home,
I didn't
kids.
cut my finger.
No, I know, but
I can feel where it is.
no, I know. Knife safety. Let me just use my finger as a cutting board.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Sure. I didn't hone that knife edge today.
I know. I'm just watching you. Like I'm just gonna use my finger as a cutting board.
Yeah. I can apply pressure with my finger. I can apply pressure with the blade, and I can feel where it is. And since I'm not forcing the blade through. I was forcing the blade through. Oh yeah, no, that's.
No, I get it. You trust yourself. But I
that's
just
Band-Aids. Welcome to Band-Aid Town. I enjoy the. I'll often hold something and then drill it, right? And usually I'm doing that with like foam.
I'm just gonna let this dry not where you're working, so it doesn't accidentally stick to what you're working on.
I appreciate that. And I've gotten comments about that's how you drill your hand. It's like I'm drilling foam. I can't put that much force behind it to actually do damage to my hand.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah, well, don't just because I'm holding something in my hand and drilling into my hand while I'm holding it. Don't then do that with a piece of metal or something else where you have to put some force behind it to get it to go. Because you know what's going to happen? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Safety first, guys. Safety third.
Safety third.
Let's see, what are people saying? Do you have kids? And if so, are they made of foam?
Yes and no.
LOL, foam kids.
Foam kids.
And that's how Odin makes foam children. Well, children-size Saiyan armor. There we go.
Yes.
There are some spider webs. I like spider webs. Squid Stick says, I have 2 accidental knife cuts on my hand. Yeah.
Oh, it happens. I'm not saying that what I'm doing is, 100%, but just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it today.
This is live, and you get to see how we really craft. So, shh, don't tell. Just say.
Sloppy, dangerous. Even though the other one, I should still be about a 45. There we are.
That's okay. You can just stick your finger in there.
Yeah, I can. Well,
Sorry, I'm giving you crap for that point.
The thing is now I'm cutting against the foam, and I don't want to cut the foam, and it's really not that different of a method for cutting. I don't want to cut the foam underneath the dowel. I don't want to cut my finger underneath the dowel. It's not really different.
I think you have more skin in the game when your finger's there. Just saying.
Probably. But the foam will heal less.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, Odin.
Hello. Who?
I don't know. People are saying, hi, Odin.
Okay. Hi. Hi, Odin. Do you have kids? Yes, Runs. I do. I have 2 kids. Train. 24 and 26, I think.
Can't remember math right now.
Right.
Someone's asking if you're gonna make something from Tokyo Ghoul.
Probably should. Tokyo Ghoul's very popular and very good, but
Yeah. I have a face mask in there. Like one of the ones that has a big smile. I like it.
Cool. Come on, turn the corner. Be neat.
Gotta smoosh it.
Yeah, I'm literally smooshing it.
Gotta
Yeah.
smoosh it.
You gotta grab it and force the corner, and then not have all the corner bunch up on one side. Try and keep the
Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh.
try and keep it equally smooshed.
Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. And you gotta smoosh
Smooshy,
it.
smooshy.
And then you gotta smoosh it. And how do you make it nice? You smoosh it.
You smoosh it.
Yeah. Good smooshing. I like how you
So this
smoosh
gets-
these corners. They
So
look
this
really
needs to be
clean.
super glued to put
Super
that
glue.
together.
You like the Loctite?
Yep, I like the Loctite because it actually like dries in an amount of time that I feel like I'm not waiting.
Loctite super glue professional liquid.
Professional liquid.
Professional liquid. That sounds so weird.
I don't want any of this amateur liquid. So now I'm right-handed, which means I'm end up holding the wrong side of the armor towards the camera most of the time. I suppose I could trade sides.
There you go. Because I'm just watching you smoosh it
Smoosh it.
and judging as you do.
You totally should be judging me. You're not the only one.
So currently, Jackson Makes is asking, what is your current favorite prop? I'm saying adding the word current. But
Yeah,
what's
of
your-
course. It was my current favorite prop. Brain. What is it that, something I just did. I was like really happy with it. I can't remember what it was. Oh, the Zemo mask. Yeah.
Current favorite prop, Zemo Mask.
I'm really, really happy with the Zemo mask because I'm really very happy with how it turned out. Super.
I am impressed with the stitching that's not stitching.
Thank you.
And I love how stitching is easily just created by the poke holes.
Right. Which is,
What it is.
effectively what stitching is, but yeah.
Evenly placed with one of those
Evenly placed with one of those poker things you use for
marking patterns
and marking leather.
and transferring lines. Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
So.
that's very stuck. So that's not.
So. Tanner Desfee says, how do you make a tissue dance? Put a little boogie in it.
There you go.
Awesome one says, train cam is so professional.
Isn't it? Every live stream needs a train. No, every live stream does not need a train cam.
Bruce
I,
Mark.
I do not wish train cam on any of the live stream.
Yeah. Can take me for the train cam. I'm like, might as well just embrace it.
Right.
It's there.
Hopefully you guys aren't sick of train cam.
Bruce Marble 88, are we going to get any Felicia shirts? Not anytime soon. Sorry, just haven't even thought about it, but good to know that it's something that we could do.
If you want some Felicia shirts, yeah. I mean, that's.
Eventually, maybe. We'll see.
What would you want on a Felicia shirt? I mean, what would you do to a Felicia shirt? What would you finish your seams? I don't know what's.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So, I don't know. Not yet, because I don't know.
There you go.
Honest as I can get. Oh,
That's
Future
pretty
Trunks capsule core denim jacket would be awesome. That would be awesome. We could even do the little capsules.
Yeah.
I had to do a music video where I made my own pills, and I bought the little gelatin capsules and filled them up with sprinkles.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that was fun. You still have a whole packet of them.
Yes.
Right there. I left them in your space because we filmed it here. Shh, don't tell.
Don't tell.
Yeah. Undead Wiccan says, my wife's name's Felicia. Well, congratulations.
Your wife has an awesome name.
ATM props and cosplay, mermaid fabric or foam scales for arm and leg. I don't know. I feel like that was the middle of a...
That sounds like a continuation of a thought. Like, yes,
Yes.
the fabric is absolutely the right way to do the classic Aquaman costume.
Yeah. Mermaid fabric or foam scales for arm and leg. Mermaid fabric or foam scales.
For
Well,
arm
that
and leg.
Arm and leg. Well, honestly, I've thought about this way
Yeah.
too much, but it depends on the application and are you getting in the water or not. And foam is waterproof, so I wouldn't rule it out as a material, but it also does tear, so you have to be careful about perforations. There's lots to think about, but arms, I would probably go fabric over scales, but if you want the texture of scales, go for scales. And I want to try making a scale mail tail, so we'll see if that
Right.
happens.
I don't have helicopter cam.
Another idea, will you make Black Widow batons? And then, I'd love to see Yamo Devil May Cry swords. And could you make the staff of Anzi go. I cannot pronounce that. Okay. Staff of Ansi Ul Gown from Anime Overlord. I am mispronouncing that. I'm sorry. I apologize. And then Invincible and Green Goblin and so any of those?
Any of those?
Eventually, there's a lot of prop requests.
Oh, there's a lot of prop
Always.
requests. There are more things to make than I can ever possibly get to.
And it's an ever-increasing number.
Right, it's an ever-increasing number. Yeah, while it only takes 15, 20 minutes to watch a video, it takes, 5 to 7 days to put one together. And yeah, I could probably get more than that done, but that's at a
Right now, we're at peak capacity.
comfortable working rate for where I'm at. Yeah.
Look how clean that looks from finishing that edge. I know. It's the simple things, but it just makes it...
Yeah. No, it makes a big difference.
And I am glad we didn't go scale down on the dowels.
On the dowels, yeah.
They look nice at this proportion, so... Okay,
Yeah, that's going to be fine.
we got a direct from Mexico. Say hello. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Will there be armor color variations in the future for Vegeta's colors, Burdock, Reddit's? No, we're just doing the classic. Sorry, we're not
Yeah.
being that creative, but
Right. As how many episodes are we in now doing this? So if we're to make another color variation, that's the whole length of time all over again. So that's yeah.
yeah. Fox Armorer, any tips on hot glue sticks and gun to buy? I'm looking to use hot glue for my LARP armor. I have opinions on hot glue. How about you?
Yes,
I wanna see yours
I have a
first.
couple opinions on hot glue. Nothing super major. Definitely get a high-tep gun. Low-tep guns are great. High-tep guns, you can actually keep going. You're not waiting for the hot glue gun to warm up. When you're doing long seams, you'll cool the gun down. You have your craft hot glue, which is the cheap stuff that's just clear or maybe a little bit milky. It used to be, I don't know how easy they are to find now, you could get hot glue sticks that had a bit of a yellow color to them. I'm not seeing the ones I really want to talk about. Here we are. So these are 20 years old, back when hot glue came in a package.
Look at all that dust.
It's archaeological dust. This actually
Belongs in a
has...
museum.
belongs in a hot glue gun. This actually has an adhesive in the glue stick as well. That's why it's this like yellow color. And Tigers Cosplay in the UK have formulated a hot glue stick that has an adhesive in it that works extremely well with foam. It is, to my knowledge, the only hot glue stick made specifically for foam.
Interesting. I never even knew that.
Yep, it's a new product.
Yeah.
And then I used to have black hot glue sticks that were for automotive windshields.
Oh, I totally used your hot glue
Oh, the black hot glue
The
sticks
black
are great.
hot glue all the friggin' time because it's black and you can totally cover seams that are black. Yes. I do believe that some people should not be allowed to use a glue gun. Just saying.
Yes. There's definitely yeah.
And, oh my gosh, I've seen it used so badly so often. Less is more.
Less is more.
Get rid of your strings. Don't just leave them there.
Your fingers are not a thing to cool the hot glue with.
Yes, they are.
Not if you're going to
Mr.
sit there and
Ice.
hold it.
No, I do it anyways.
Well, the thing is, I've seen plenty of people seriously burn themselves when they're trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience.
That's what doctors practice, right? What does patience? What does patience mean?
Yeah, it means taking a second before you eat your Hot Pocket. Who does that?
Right.
Okay, let's
It's probably
see.
one of the better descriptions of patience I've heard.
Make a pizza. What prop took you the longest to make?
That I've actually done for the show, Soul Edge behind me. The big sword, that was about 3 weeks to a month total to put all that together. But that's also because I had to do other videos while working on that one.
And you took all of the time and details to do each little vein,
Yep.
muscle fiber, so there's that.
So there's that. Outside of that, when I start to go just me doing other stuff, I'm sure I spent a lot longer making some Halloween costumes. I've spent a long time making stuff like the Guar costumes was a multi-year build, many
And
Halloweens.
sometimes it's not having the experience, so of course it takes that long.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the second time it goes way faster. The
Usually, yeah.
first Princess Leia built hat took a while. The second one just flew right together because I knew what I was doing at that point.
Yep, for a third?
It didn't take that long. The
No, it
longest
didn't.
part was the pleats, but
The box pleats, which you still need a better video on box pleats anyway.
yeah, and once you have it marked, all it is just fold and stitch and fold and stitch, and it goes by really quickly once you have it figured out. But the time sitting down and figuring out where to mark each fold, that's where it takes the pain in the butt. So, but
I got a little too much glue, so when you have a lot of super glue in one spot, it takes a lot longer for it to set up. And it snuck around and stuck to my skin, so now it keeps sticking to me and not to the foam. And I have to be careful because if I stick too much to it, I'll tear the surface of the foam and you'll never not see it.
Jeff 3D Model says, "Hello, Odin and Felicia.
Hey, Jeff.
To see ya." I think it says it's
Oh,
supposed to say good to see ya. but
Yes,
there's-
nice to see you too. Thank you for dropping by, Jeff.
And Runs, R-Y-N-S, Runs,
Runs, yeah.
Runs
talked-
says, "Hi, Odin. You should make the sword of Daywalker from Blade."
Yes.
And Dremel says acetone is good to get rid of super glue, right?
I think it's acetone. Is it acetone? I don't.
Isopropyl alcohol?
No, it's not. It's not isopropyl. I thought it was like mineral spirits because I thought it was something that was safe.
Oil versus alcohol.
Well, the joke being with I don't want to use that one. Getting the super glue off your Legos, you can't use acetone because that'll actually melt the ABS of the Lego, but the mineral spirits doesn't. So I thought that's what they were using.
Interesting. And then make it to create it. Are you going to make the sword for Adventure Time? You made the...
I made Marceline's axe from Adventure Time. That's the only Adventure Time prop I've built.
But that was badass.
Thank you. It was badass.
Actually
Hendo
played
still
music.
has that. Yeah, it was a working guitar. Yeah, well, there's an Adventure Time movie coming out, so I was looking at maybe making the Ruby sword again. No, the Ruby Quartz sword is Steven Universe. I don't remember if it's got a specific name from Adventure Time, but it's still
Got to keep your cartoon sword straight.
oh, you do. Yeah,
Big
the fans will never forgive you if you say it the wrong way. I'm just saying. Sigh.
Got a greetings from Germany and a hi from Sweden. Well, good.
Hola, Germany.
Hola, guten Tag.
And hello, Sweden.
I wouldn't even know how to say hi in Sweden, but hello, how are you? Does the foam get dissolved into acetone?
No, EVA foam is actually chemical resistant, and I'm not sure of any chemical that dissolves the EVA foam. So
That'd be
acetone
fun
doesn't
to find
bother
out.
it. Yeah, that'd be a trick. So all the really harsh chemicals that I've got in my shop, which some of it predates foam, so it's not like my chemicals are only foam chemicals. Acetone, xylene, industrial cleaner, none of those seem to bother the foam.
That's fascinating because vinyl, but it will get eaten in because
Yeah.
it is so complicated to use with other tapes and adhesives and glues
Right.
and paints, and it just doesn't want to work with anything. Where foam, it's like, oh no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I can handle it.
And like the polystyrene foam, the beaded foam that Ice Chests are made out of.
Yeah,
it
just-
totally dissolves in everything. Yeah.
Right? Except for it doesn't break down in nature.
No, it doesn't break down in nature, but
Yeah. We got a hi Odin Felicia from Chile. Hola, hope you guys are doing good. And we got a hello from the UK. And they asked you if you could make the Sword of Omens from Thundercats, but didn't you say that you...
check it out in the playlist. It's in there.
Wish is granted.
Wish is granted. That exists.
Yes, so go look up that video. You're welcome.
And that was actually a good build, and I liked the way it looked. And that was one of the first videos where I had a friend redo the theme song. Yeah. So it's the Thundercats theme song, but instead it's Odin Makes. And yeah.
So really, go check it out. It'll be a fun video. And then...
So yeah, that was very
Have
much
you
2019.
ever react or reviewed great and bad cosplay props?
I've never done reaction videos to great and bad cosplay props, and I don't think I want to.
Because you want to support.
Because I want to support everyone, and everyone
even
works at different levels. So I
Bad
don't.
ones are good,
Yeah.
because you know what they are and you can appreciate what issues they ran into,
Fully. Now, as far as making reaction videos to Hollywood movie props, Well, you know.
That might be a fun thing to do.
That might be a fun thing to do. And I had
Like
thought about it at one
the
point.
cannon from that one movie.
Yep. like the heat-seeking missile from Triple X, my absolute favorite. What the hell were you thinking, Prop? Oh, guys, I got an idea. Go tell Bob. He's got to, make a heat-seeking missile. Okay, I'll take a Sony camcorder and stick it on a poster tube and spray paint it one solid color. Seafoam green will be great.
Sounds like something we would have done on Smosh.
Oh, it's totally something we would have done on Smosh. And it would have been great on Smosh. But on Triple X, where everything else is overly designed and meticulously built and look fantastic, it stuck out horribly.
And the thing is I didn't even notice it. We got
Occupational hazard. I do that all the time.
We got an Ola from Portugal, and we got a hello from the UK again. And lots of hellos, and I'll throw in my hello from Orangevale, also the Gorilla hot glue sticks. Are they any good? I bought the Gorilla glue gun, and I was excited about it, but the problem is that the cheap glue sticks that I put in it, which were just regular glue sticks, melted over the sides. Like, it wasn't even going through the extruder portion of the glue stick. It was melting at the,
It was melting at the entrance.
and it would just kind of, I really wanted to like my Gorilla glue gun, and I have been looking for a good wireless glue gun, but I have not found one that has met my criteria of what I really want from it yet, so still in the process of looking, but was very disappointed in my Gorilla glue gun.
The best thing I've heard about a glue gun recently, and it's not that recent, this is 3 years ago, Brandon from Mold Life uses his, it's not actually a hot glue gun, but it totally works like one. It's the Webcaster. So it's the thing that you use and hook up to an air compressor. It's hot glue, and you pull the trigger, and it sprays hot glue and creates cobwebs on sets. It's how you decorate to make cobwebs.
Okay.
Well, he doesn't hook up the air compressor, and now it's just a hot glue gun. But it's so hot because it has to liquefy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I've been looking, I have weird specifications in what I'm looking for in my glue stick, because otherwise I'll just go for those cheap dollar ones that you get at Walmart because they're disposable, easy, and if I screw them up, whatever, I'll just throw them away. But if I'm getting a good hot glue gun, there's some things that I'm specifically looking for. I want it to be wireless. I want it to be high temp. I want it to not melt out the side of the top of it.
Right.
Little things.
Sure. I'm not sure wireless would be high on my list, but I get it.
Yeah, no, that was just, I've used wire ones and things like that. Wire ones will get hotter and they'll stay hotter, but I do like the portability of
especially if you're going to be on set. Wireless is going to be the way to go because you can run up and do it and run away.
Yeah, and I found that I really like having a wireless iron.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
So, the wireless is not a kill the dill, but I know that they make them, and I know that there's good ones. So, it is on my list of things that I would like in a hot glue gun.
Waiting for glue to dry. This is crafting.
Well, we can say hello from Poland. Hello in Poland.
Hello, Poland.
And we have a hello from Croatia. Hello in Croatia.
Hello, Croatia.
And Western New York. Hello in Western New York. And
the part of New York we don't hear about that much out here.
Ryan says, "Hi Odin, you should make the Mandalorian rifle." But it's a gun, so there's that.
I did make the Mandalorian rifle. It was the first Mandalorian build I did.
So your wish is granted.
Yeah.
There you go. Go check out the video.
You're talking about the Ambien Pulse, Sonic Pulse rifle or whatever, right? Yeah, the Ambien Sonic something. Yeah, no, totally built that.
Go check it out. Go
like the
build
one
it.
that Adam Savage just did. No, I did one out of foam back before the series started, when I had to take set leak photos off of Twitter and then adjust them in Photoshop and hope that I was still getting the proportions right. I didn't. My forks are short,
Say,
but
how
whatever.
accurate were you?
I was pretty good, but my forks are short.
Yeah, after we finished the poncho for the Leia build, I actually went back and watched the movie itself, and I was like, phew, it looks right.
Yeah, no, totally. It does go down lower in the back than the backside is lower, like it covers her butt, I think, but then it comes up up to the front.
Yes.
Because we ran out of fabric. So
that was just, we were using a scrap of fabric, so
but-
it is logistical issues, and I'm like, I'll forgive myself for that. But other
Sure. And then you didn't paint the inside. Really, that's it.
her inside wasn't painted; it just was a thinner fabric, and
And not a really different color.
yeah.
Yeah.
So hers was probably originally that white canvas that got painted over the top.
Okay.
Bec-
Or just dyed or something.
Yeah, well, they look spray painted with the texture and the crunch of the fabric both.
Right.
And they had multiples because it wasn't always the same one.
I believe that.
Yeah, because the patterns change on them. Luke's and Leia's are very similar, but when you get into Luke's back, he actually, like, at one point, they add a hood to his, like a longer hood.
Really?
Anyways. Yeah, I may have been looking a little close.
Nope.
But
You're just analyzing props. That's what we do.
movie magic, right? Okay, Jeff 3D Models, you weren't kidding about that grenade launcher.
I have no idea. I'm laughing, but I have no idea what context that is.
Okay.
Oh, the Triple X grenade. Did you look it up? Yes, the heat-seeking missile grenade launcher from Triple X. Yeah, that one's a Winsome-matic.
Yeah. The chat just slipped from where I was reading. Okay.
It does that.
Every once in a while, yeah.
But yeah, that's probably still the penultimate bad prop that I can just immediately think of. I see others from time to time. Usually I let it go and I just laugh at the creativity of getting it done because, I get that. But when something is so radically different from the rest of the movie, it's got to be, a last minute change that we're running out of budget, we're running out of time. I got a better idea that'll fit the characters better. That couldn't have been pre-planned.
Yeah. Awesome One says, I support cosplay designers foaming all our favorite characters' clothes, which, yes, I
Yes.
support that too. And then,
No, I haven't moved this one yet.
hi Odin, have you ever thought of making full armor set for World of Warcraft? If so, which one?
I have not thought about doing a full armor set for World of Warcraft. We did Lich King's helmet, and Joe is currently working on an Ashbringer that will come out on the channel eventually. He's not on the same type of schedule, so...
And it also seems like a daunting build to just think full armor as opposed to just a proper piece.
Right, and that's a big reason why I just do props or pieces, is I'm trying
Yeah.
to do a complete prop in one video.
Yeah, and me,
Yeah.
I'm always going the full outfit. What did? Yeah.
No, which is great, because that makes it different, and I think it's fun. And the full outfit's great.
But it's just a lot of work, and that's where it's a build. Like it's a
Right.
month build. It's not a.
Yes, it becomes the two of us working on it usually.
Yeah.
Instead of, you're still doing pretty much all the fabric, but
Yeah.
in order to try and get the whole thing done. Like, we're going to do an updated poncho build video. That's going to happen.
Have not worked on it at all last week.
Haven't started yet, but it will start. And I've already talked to James from the Rebel Base Build, who has modeled a very accurate wrist communicator. Yeah, so that's going to happen. And want to make the belt and want to print the gun and make the holster, so it becomes all the pieces. And in fact, James is making the general insignia she wears under the poncho.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's
excited. I'm excited. It's
Yeah.
a fun build. It really is. I was thinking. Remember those blasters that I had that I swore were Princess Leia's?
Yes.
And you corrected me and told me
Well,
they were not Princess
they're
Leia's.
Jango Fett's. Yeah, it's whatever.
I was like, well, maybe I can grab one of those and stick it on the belt, but that's even better.
I haven't printed it yet, but I went and found an accurate model for Leia's Endor blaster.
So yay for 3D printing.
Yay for 3D printing.
Because that's a lot faster than foam building.
Right. And since it becomes a piece of a larger costume and not the entire project, I'll 3D print this, sure. I'm going to use a full package just to the front.
Yeah. The back is probably just going to have to.
I think it might have to wait.
Yeah.
Because
if we don't have the right stuff, we don't have the right stuff. And I'd
Right.
rather not put the wrong.
Because I can cut the other stuff, but it's not going to be...
As clean or
As
pretty.
clean, yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. I can appreciate using the right
Besides,
materials.
it's 130.
It's 130?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay, so
We
big
missed-
question for everybody in the chat. If maybe we can paint the one flex bond. If we did anything off camera, would that upset anybody? So we get this finished and we start putting flex bond on this piece to talk about this is how we're going to do it. Are you going to be, what's the right word, butthurt if we do this off camera so when we come back next week both parts are dry and ready to go? That's the question.
I'm not stressed out about trying to be on time and get stuff done. So it's up to you guys. Okay, we got Odin, you rock.
Thank you! You rock!
Are you gonna make something from Gravity Falls?
I've looked at the memory eraser gun for Gravity Falls more than once because that is a cool prop.
Right?
Now you brought
What?
something to share
I did!
at mail time, which came and went because there actually isn't any mail today.
Oh yeah, last week you guys were asking about our first props, and so I brought in one of my earlier props.
There you go.
It's been well loved. It's seen better days.
As it should. That is more authentic for the prop.
Whoops. I don't know what that is, but I dropped it.
Oh, that's just headphone extension cable.
This is Hobbes.
That is totally Hobbes.
This is Hobbes. You can even see where I messed up knitting his little sweater. I used...
As a true artist, you immediately point out the flaw that bugs you.
Well, I'm just saying, look at you can I was learning how to knit just so I can make his stupid things. I made it out
That's
of
actually cool.
skewers. I glued down the felt so that he could have the thing. I watercolored him. You could see where I tested out whether I was going to draw on his stripes, but then decided that fabric ones had a cleaner look.
Oh yeah, no, the fabric ones look great.
And he's been well loved. You can see.
Yeah, he's had his share of tea.
Yes, so this was one of those.
Or maybe that's tuna fish sandwich, since it is Hobbes.
Yeah, I just wanted it to be the dopey looking Hobbes, and
Yeah.
Calvin and Hobbes never licensed their stuff to mass produce merchandise, so they never profited off of merch.
Right.
So you can't really find merch.
Yeah.
And so when you look at it's Hobbes, anyways. So this was one of those things made with love, props specifically because you couldn't find it and I wanted it.
Very cool.
So it was a gift for somebody else, but it's been loved. So at least there's that, for better or worse.
It is really, really very cool.
I'll let him sit here.
You know what's going to happen now, right?
What?
Has it been requested yet?
Where's Calvin?
No, it's like, Felicia, you should make a Hobbes
Video.
Yeah.
I build a lot of things, and I've been told that I'm wasting my builds because I'm not recording it. So there's that.
Well, that's years ago. That's
no, I know, but still, I just made a jumpsuit yesterday. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hobbes, I'm glad you guys appreciate him.
How can you not appreciate Hobbes?
Yeah.
So when I used to work at a comic shop, I scratch built a Spaceman Spiff.
What's a spiff?
Well, Spaceman Spiff was the name of the Spaceman character that Calvin had in his head.
There you go. That's spiff.
That's Spiff. Yeah, he's Spaceman Spiff, and so he has his ray gun. He has his big square goggles, his blue spacesuit, but he had the red flying saucer rocket ship with the Jetsons windshield and fins in the back. So I took a couple of salad bowls and glued them together and Fimo sculpted a Calvin and used packaging from a baseball for the top. And yeah.
You're Calvin Hobbes fan?
My Calvin and Hobbes. Oh yeah. Got hung over the cash register at the comic shop for a couple of years.
You gotta love Calvin
People
and
kept
Hobbes.
like, where did you get the kit? That's Scratch Build Odin made it.
Yeah. I accidentally deleted my comment, but I meant the Gorilla Glue sticks, not the gun. I have high-temp glue gun. I just wanted to make sure I got a good glue that wouldn't melt in California heat. I think Project Farm Guy does a good episode where he compares all the different glue gun glues.
Sweet.
I would check out his video, honestly, because I love him. First of all, I'm a big fan of his.
Okay.
If I geek out over anyway, I like to watch Project Farm, especially since I use a lot of those materials on a normal basis. Am I wasting my money in getting the expensive one? No, I'm not when it comes to painter's tape, just saying. But
Right.
I would check out his videos on the different glue guns. But I've used all sorts of different hot glue, and hot glue sometimes it's the speedy glue that you use as my second choice glue.
Right.
Usually I find a better adhesion, and when I can't think of a better one, it's hot glue is default. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so.
No, I've done full prop builds with hot glue. I'm not going to say hot
Yeah.
glue is.
No, it is the go-to backup glue, but honestly, I try and find something first because of its issues.
Right, especially in like they said, the California heat.
Yeah.
Hot glue is not something you can forget in a car.
You can't store it in the garage.
No, you store a prop and you come back to a project.
Yes. So.
Super glued it to the ruler. There you go.
Hi, you should make the Ben 10 watch.
Oh yeah, I should make the Ben 10 watch.
It wouldn't be a live stream unless there was that requested, but I feel like that's always requested in
It
your
is
videos.
It was almost always requested, and it's almost
On the radar?
a joke not to do it.
No.
Because it's being requested all the time.
No, I feel like that one needs to be done well.
Yeah, that
I
one
like
needs to be
that
done
one.
well.
Yeah. And hi Felicia, what's your opinion on female breast shape plate armor? It's difficult as hell to do, but when it's done well, I appreciate it. There's that. But face masks, everybody's getting better at what shape things are.
Right. You talked about a live stream before, but please, once again, let us know how Playtex submitted to NASA, and then they got ignored.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I love telling. The fact that Playtex wanted to be a contender in designing the spacesuit, but they were like, no, we're not. We need scientists on this, and they're, you know who won was Playtex. You know why? Because they understand the forces of gravity and the support that you need.
Right, and creating form-fitting patterns that fit to humans
and shapes. It's complicated as hell, and it seems simple and easy, but it's not.
It's not.
And people who know it, and there are reasons they're experts. But yes, I love that the Playtex did the spacesuits, because spacesuits has been on my radar of things that I've wanted to design.
Oh yeah, I love armored spacesuits.
Like, I love real spacesuits.
Well,
I love the
spacesuits.
technical challenges that come along with different costumings and making it happen, but then let's do it even more practical.
Right.
Like firefighter suits, too.
Yeah.
Trying to get the good balance of weight of fabric versus flammability resistance and then heat resistance and...
Right.
You know, like, can you really get something better than wool? Now we can.
Now we can, yeah.
So, like, I've always been fascinated with different textiles and properties and how you could use them to survive in crazy environments. So, yes, then I have lots of opinions on breastplate armor and other such.
And other such related.
Yes. Human body is a complicated shape, and there's lots of bends and movements and things that have to do with it, and I think there is definitely some craziness that you have to understand in order to pattern it. Box Armor says, I think the more time we get to spend with you guys, the better, but I don't necessarily mind either way. I think that goes to as far as if they get some done without you. We get some accomplished without them. Sorry. I'm here.
It's like, are we canceling the show?
No, whether you're working on the project outside of, and I'm all in the category of, we'll just do it here live.
Right. Well, we can, but that's a whole another week because it won't dry in the same time. The same
That'll
episode. That'll push everything back again.
Yeah.
That's all. It's the drawing time of either it's Placidip or Flexbond or whatever. All that stuff is going to take longer than a live stream to dry.
Yeah, of course.
Before we can do anything with it.
Yeah.
Placidip, no, we could touch it and start talking about it before the end of the show, but we really couldn't paint it. We need to give it a little more time to finish doing its thing.
Yeah. So, somebody was asking if you could make Dragonballs, and I was just going to say that.
Well,
your wish is granted.
your wish is granted.
There is a whole episode where you did a collab video.
Yes, I did a collab video with Sherby on making Dragon Balls. It's actually a really good episode, and I went with Sherby because I had met him at Monterey Comic Con just a little bit before when I started considering making Dragon Balls, and realistically, the basic method that Sherby does is what I would have done. However, he's skilled at what he's doing because he almost specializes in making Dragon Balls.
He's done it a few times.
He's
It's ran into all of these issues and figured out solutions to them before we even started.
He's done sets and sets and sets and done colored sets that came from the comics.
He did giant ones. And
He's done the giant ones. He's done a full set of the giant ones now. Yeah, and which are not cheap. That's not a small amount of resin. I would have made 2 and been done and moved on. So
yeah, you got Grandpa.
Yeah, no, that was it, and that was actually the one that was made in the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, your wish is granted. Go check it out and then make a few.
Definitely go check it out. And Sherby's still around. You can find him on Instagram, and he's still making resin props. He's moved on to doing a couple of like crystal blades and things. I don't quite remember what they're from, but the guy knows what he's doing, and it looks really good.
Yeah. Make It to Create It says you're one of my favorite YouTubers.
Thank you, Make It to Create It. Oh, wait a minute. They're probably talking to you.
No, they said Odin.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't say Odin, but I assume they say it Odin. Mando says, hello from Germany. It's 10:30 p.m. here.
Hello, Mando in Germany.
And then why is Felicia so impolite? Because I have no manners. I am sorry.
What did Felicia do that was impolite this time?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
probably talked over you.
We talk over each other the whole time.
Right? Don't we?
Or worse, I just copy what you say constantly. My wife has pointed that out. It's like, why do you just repeat everything that Felicia says? Look, I have one job to do in this live stream, okay? It's stupid, but I'm going to do it.
Hot glue is super fast. Yeah, it is. It
Yeah, it
really
is.
is. That's the reason we go for it. Hot
Yeah.
glue, super glue. Because patience.
Patience, yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Odin. You should make a Mr. Meeseeks box.
Oh, yeah. Oh, who made a Mr. Meeseeks box?
That'd be cool.
Was
Made
it
a
Much
portal
Props?
gun.
I think Much Props made a Meeseeks box. I think. Not that I can't. I mean, I could make one too. But just recently I saw something, I think it was Much Props, because I was looking at their stuff because they're doing all the foam armory stuff.
Yeah.
And no, it looked great.
Well, we already have half a Meeseeks costume.
We have half a Meeseeks costume. I know somebody who's made a couple of Meeseeks costumes. We've got a portal gun.
There you go.
We already made Dragonball hair, so making Rick Sanchez hair is not that much different.
Thinking incomplete costumes now. It's dangerous.
Yep.
Why don't you guys stream on Twitch? Because he does the streaming and I don't know how to.
Well, I don't have all the features activated on YouTube. I'm not sure if it would actually be better to be on Twitch. One of these small and extremely petty reasons is twitch.com/Odin Makes is not available. So I was going to do a variation on that. I think I've got Odin Makes live on Twitch. But and I think if you go to it, you'll see my blank background. I got to talking to other people about it, and most of the Twitch people I talked to about hey, I want to go start doing this, they all looked at me and said, why would you want to go to Twitch? Everyone on Twitch wants to go to YouTube. It's like, all right, my audience is already on YouTube. I'll just stay on YouTube then.
So, let us know if you want us on Twitch, but it's just because I'm on his show and that's just
Right.
what he does.
Now, there is the possibility of, there's a service we can pay for that we stream to that service, and then it multi-streams
To multiple platforms.
to multiple platforms. And so we could do that and be on Twitch and YouTube and Facebook Live all at the same time.
Fancy.
Fancy.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Yep. And that
So,
might not work with the Patreon, exclusive pre-show portion. That may not work with that, but
it's worth looking into.
yeah. The box I have currently only streams to one platform at a time. As far as I know. Actually, I should probably check that. Maybe I'm very wrong. But I think it only encodes to one platform. I'm using the Blackmagic ATM Mini Pro. Mini? Just the Mini, not the Pro. It's the 4-input one. And I don't think it streams to more than one platform at a time.
Well, there you go. The more you know.
Yeah. Way more information than you wanted to know.
Cantuna wants to know what this Wednesday's project is. I know you said earlier, but
Yeah. What I was going to make something for the Bad. I was going to make Wrecker's Helmet for the Bad Batch. But I got caught up with getting a lot of other things done during the week. And now it's at a point where there probably isn't enough time to make a good Wrecker's Helmet for Wednesday. I mean, I might be able to. But last night I went and saw Army of the Dead in the theater and actually really enjoyed it. Because apparently I really like Zack Snyder's zombie films. Well, there's a particular prop in that movie that, while not visually astounding, is conceptually quite cool. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm not talking about exactly what it is. It's not a huge spoiler, but after watching the film and going back and looking at the trailers and looking at all the marketing, they're not showing it off. They're actually trying to withhold it a little bit. So it's like, all right, this was a decision on the filmmaker's part to not make this part of the advertising campaign. Like there's other things you have seen, like the undead tigers there, but this thing isn't. So I'm going to go ahead and do it because I guess I'm a jerk, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. But I also don't plan on really making. Yeah, it's
What do you want to brush
neat.
that on with?
We just use a chip brush, which there's some of those under the table over here.
Okay. I'm gonna make you look for them because I.
That's fine. But getting all the sides glued on and all the seams super glued together really makes a huge difference as far as how stiff the armor is. That really makes a
solid piece all held together.
yeah.
Yeah. If we put on the Velcro, we can actually like have a piece that is wearable.
Yeah. You want to put Velcro on?
Sure. Because it looks like we're probably going to paint next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will just paint next week.
Yeah. We'll get the coating on next week.
I mean, we could rush through it now, but
I'd rather do it better, do it well, and do it right. Just saying. We got. Hi, Odin and Felicia. Say hello to my son, Gerardo Diaz. We are from Chile. Hello,
hello, Mr. Diaz.
Mr. Diaz.
Master
I'm sorry
Diaz.
I messed up your name.
Right, that's what I'm afraid to say because you didn't even say it right.
Nope. Hey, Odin, could you make Minecraft props? Yes. Your wish is his command because guess what?
Don't get picky about which one I make. Okay, so this
I gotta
isn't
ask
on.
you a question.
Yes.
No.
Is it a diamond question? So this actually isn't on the channel. I've got a micro TikTok. Way back in the day when TikTok first started up and changed their name from the previous lip sync service thing they were doing. They actually sponsored me to make a number of builds. So there's 12 little micro builds over on TikTok that I probably should redo and put out as YouTube stories. And the Minecraft pickaxe is one of them.
So there you go.
Yep,
Go check it out. It exists.
it exists.
I love it when they ask for things you've done.
Yes.
Because it's like, yes, here you go.
So I think we want to put the hook on this side and the loop on this side because
Yes,
this
because
goes
that's
against
exactly.
the person.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
loops on the body, hooks.
It hooks away from the body and loop towards the body.
Mm-hmm.
So here's hook.
Is it this? Oh no, this isn't the both-sided one.
No, that's not the both-sided one.
It's the one-sided one.
Yeah,
Okay.
the one-sided one's going to glue away much better. And it has, the double-sided one has a smaller nap, I guess, a smaller hook profile. And yeah, I guess because it's made to be.
Yeah, no, I was like, I don't know if I want to use this, and I didn't see the right stuff, so I'm glad you got the right stuff.
It was in a box.
The box.
In a box that was not clear.
It goes on this side, doesn't it?
Correct. Yeah, we want to
Should
put
we
it.
put it on two of
Just-
them? One.
Just put it on the very last one.
Okay.
Definitely. I think that's gonna be safer. I'll just cut a piece of the big stuff so we got a big area to stick to.
There you go.
This wasn't that much to buy as a kit. There's not that much room on here. Maybe I don't have to. No, I should.
Bad Bonsai says Twitch is bad to its creators.
Twitch is bad to its creators.
Twitching got a lot of rules, issues that they need to take care of. So people have opinion about that. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh, that-
I'm just not that cool that I don't know. So there's that. Pick E, LOL.
No, I do need to make this a little bit bigger. I could just say screw it and just do that. How about that? Just overkill the heck out of it.
There you go. Then you have plenty of adjustability.
And it'll add more
Yeah.
stiffness to it.
There you go. There's so many. Sorry, guys.
Come on,
I'm
there
trying
it
to
is.
read them all. Are you gonna make the book from Gravity Falls?
The book from Gravity Falls is very cool. I don't have plans on making the book right now. If there was any prop book I would make, I think my top choice would be the Necronomicon from Evil Dead. And then Gravity Falls is really cool, but I also like the Book of the Dead from The Mummy.
And Gravity Falls, it's a set. You wouldn't be making one.
It's 3
book.
journals, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
And
I think I've seen exactly 0 episodes, but I've seen clips and I've seen lots of art. And I've been told multiple times from all sorts of people that it is an excellent show. So I
is,
I
so.
fully believe that it is an excellent show.
I don't know. I just need this.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm headed to next year.
I figured
No, I
as
just
much.
cut, but I way overcut because I just went, give me this.
Because you can always trim off.
Right.
No, I'm always for leaving extra. Yeah, Toby.
Yeah, Toby, it's all right.
He likes to craft too. More
He
like he
does.
likes to sit on my crafts.
Right. He's with us humans. He's happy.
Yeah, no, like since he was a little puppy, he would come sit on my crafts and he would expect his own. Because I make him.
Where's my craft?
Well, I used to make him like out of the scraps of fabric. I would take the scraps and braid them into a rope toy.
Oh, okay.
And he would love, like he loves rope toys. So
Oh, sure.
Those were always his.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. So he knows when I'm crafting. He waits patiently and then he goes, "Where's mine?"
Yep.
But luckily he knows the difference between his toys and not his toys. Because not every dog does.
Yeah.
Apparently people have bad experiences with Twitch.
There's a lot more bad experience happening with Twitch. So there's a lot of people who badmouth YouTube as well. But so overall, yeah, I thought, well, I'm already on YouTube. I'll just stay on YouTube.
Okay.
But I do need to get more of the super chat memberships, a lot of that stuff active and going. I don't really utilize it that well.
Yeah.
Big E. PS4 Overwatch plays. Hey Odin, are you going to make an Overwatch related prop? I've thought about it more than once. Yeah, just hasn't happened. I'm just sort of reading it. Probably shouldn't just read it.
Right.
Because a lot of this is just, hey, can you make this? Can you make that? Can you make this? Fox Armor, if you guys had to choose a medieval weapon, handheld, to have as your own self-defense item, what would you choose?
The spiky ball on a chain with a stick. It seems like the most impractical, but oh my gosh, are those fun to swing around. They had a real one at Decades.
Yes. I made a foam one, go figure, for my Guar costume. And yeah, that thing was a lot of fun.
So no, completely impractical, but yes, that's what I would choose.
And handheld, not necessarily melee. Crossbow, is that all right? Because I'm all for ranged weapons.
Yeah. There's the little pokey sticks, I
Yeah,
can appreciate,
halberds are
but
great.
honestly, I want that little
Yeah, no, that thing's
that
great.
ball on the stick and just like whack it. That one, yeah.
So,
Chaos.
Chaos.
Stay back. Ouch, ouch. My arm's all bloody. I'm beating myself up more than
Exactly.
anyone else, but they're...
I've been told by some friends who were self-proclaimed martial arts experts, it's hard to take anyone super serious on that. The best way to fight somebody with a segmented staff, right? So you got your nunchucks, that's just two sticks with a chain between it. A segmented staff is either a third stick or even a fourth or fifth stick with segments in between it. The best way to fight somebody with one of those staffs is give it to them. Because they'll beat themselves up.
Oh, totally. I totally would.
Yep.
Yeah. But in October, Odin makes Spooky Edition.
Spooky Vision.
Edition.
Edition. Used to have a beta fish named Spooky.
Unless YouTube really screws you over, don't bother with Twitch, because Streamlabs is where the donations come through anyways. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you. Definitely getting some good insight on
How things work.
and serious real world opinions about other platforms. All
In
right.
a zombie apocalypse, which weapon would you pick? I would go for my riot shield. I got the riot shield from Smosh.
Get the right field. Good. I'm glad you did.
I know, of all the props, I still have that one. Because that one was we always wanted, we always needed, we never had.
Right.
And then we had, anyways, but yes. I would go for a riot. Honestly, I would just use shields with zombies because you're just trying to get through them. You're really not trying to kill something that's already dead.
Yeah, probably a shield with a short item that isn't. Now, if we're going to go with your classic idea of zombies, where you destroy the brain, you defeat the zombie. I think Walking Dead really got it right when they're clearing the fence from the prison, where they would just walk around with effectively a sharpened stick.
Yeah.
You know, they might have put a spike in there, but just something you just push through the zombie's head and pull back out. So you've had your shield and that.
Okay, now I'm imagining those things you use to pick fruit in trees, you know, with the little knife and the rope,
Yeah.
and just go. Bonk. But yeah, I would go for more like like I wouldn't be trying to like beat up zombies. I'd just be trying to get through them. So I would go for a riot shield of things
Right.
that I have out of props and things, but.
Yeah.
Don't know if that's exactly what they were asking, but that is what I did.
Right. No, that's good. That something that is quick to use, that isn't going to get caught. Like, you know, the baseball bat with spikes in it looks great, but you're going to take as much time getting it out of your target as you are getting it in. You know.
Good point.
So
And
you
the
need
baseball
something
bat
that's
with the nails is just plastic. So
yeah, usually yeah. There's a baseball bat
At
with
least the one
9-inch
I have.
nails in Army of the Dead too.
yeah. Well, I'm just saying the one we made.
Yeah.
Because Odin helped me make one for a Barbie box.
Right.
Yeah, I was posting random music videos. I haven't posted that one yet. Ones
no.
you've helped me with props on.
And then Starry has posted the Groovy Ghoulies one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that one hasn't come up yet. But that one was fun because you helped me make one of those for a Barbie box.
Yeah. So yeah, probably that. I mean, guns are great, but you're out of ammo, you're done. So I think it needs to be something slightly more practical.
You know, I might have my sledgehammer axe. I keep that by the front door.
Yeah.
If there's a zombie apocalypse, that's probably what I
Right.
would realistically grab. Is my go-to weapon of choice, just in case you guys needed to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Zack Snyder seems to love power saws.
But you need power.
No.
And is your battery gonna die if you have it
They're
portable?
gas powered and like, because there's a chainsaw in Dawn of the Dead. Like, you guys didn't see this as a bad plan when you were doing it? No, because it was going to look badass. Oh, they killed themselves inside the car. And then in Army of the Dead, okay, the guy didn't kill himself with it, but still, it's like, how slow in a way. You know, it is visually amazing to have all these parts flying around, but big concrete saw that no.
I would be the first one to die in a horror movie. I've just established that. I took the quiz on Facebook 12 years ago, and we have just
Facebook doesn't
established that I would die first.
Facebook never lies.
No, I took one of those those tests of like how fat are you. Apparently, I'm like FAT fat.
Oh.
Based on my eating habits, and I was
I
like,
see.
"Geez, Louise, thank you, Facebook."
Yeah, thank you, Facebook. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
Just-
definitely needed to hear that, especially from such an authoritative source.
Right. So that's about the Facebook quiz. Is I just accept I will die first.
So I can't see who posted the animated GIF on Discord. Sorry, you guys can't see the animated GIF. My system can't show it, but it's Captain America running along with a shield in his left hand and a gun in his right hand.
There's no gun.
There's no gun?
He's
Oh.
being shot at, and
He's being
he's
shot
just
at.
getting
Oh,
through,
okay.
going. And Felicia be like,
the way he's had his hand with, I thought he had a gun up shooting. All right.
"Yeah, no, that gift
Well, my
explains."
version is more fun.
Yeah, but that's how I would get through a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. That's how the watercolor Captain America from the animated 70s is getting through.
Phone guy says, "My mom won't let me pierce my ears. What should I do?" My mom didn't let me either. I'm sorry. I feel for you. I had to wait till I was 12 years old, and then I pierced them myself when I was 16. So there's that.
Yeah. What do you do? Well, basically,
Move out and do it yourself later.
yeah, that's kind of what it comes
Good
down
luck.
to. That becomes the classic parent move. You know, when you get to be of the age that they no longer have rights over you, then get yourself pierced.
There you go. I don't recommend doing it yourself. Go to a professional and let some teenager get you with a gun. So there's that.
So Felicia says it's better to be pierced by a gun.
Yeah, I just was impatient and I wanted
Right,
my ears
no, it's all
pierced,
good.
So there's that.
So my cousin, I'm not going to say which one. I'm glad I've got a ton of them. It was her birthday. Her and her sister, both. Her sister was younger, and so okay, they're gonna both go get their ears pierced. And we went to the mall to go have the teenager the gun with the. Anyway, but the older sister, my older cousin, went first, and she was a little squeamish going through it because you're getting yourself pierced.
Yeah.
The younger sister didn't take it very well at all and squealed and really winced and really did a whole lot of melodramatic pain and whatnot.
Did she get both ears done?
But they both got both ears done.
Okay.
Yeah, they both got both ears done. So once we're done and we're starting to walk back towards the car, my older cousin, she started getting out older than me, but the older of the two, started to get really super queasy and barfed strawberry milkshake all down my back in the middle of the mall. Just
Lovely.
sudden, and just, yeah. It's the only time I've been thrown up on in public, and it was hot pink.
Never gonna forget that.
Nope.
So glad your cousin got her ears pierced.
Yes. Not something I would ever want to bring up to specifically embarrass her. And then, but anyway, yeah. So, hey, I got new clothes that day. Yeah, it's like Pepto-Bismol color. It was,
Realistically, I'd get a couple of knives and duct tape them to a pole and make a spear.
That's how you're going to pierce your ears?
I'd use a long sword. I think this is the zombie apocalypse. They're still asking questions.
Yeah. No, for sure. No, yeah. All you need is a pokey thing, and it's also fairly established.
Don't do it yourself. Just go to the mall and let some teenager do it to you.
Well, I'm thinking zombie apocalypse.
Sorry, now we're going
Realistically, all you need is a pokey thing, because also canonically in most zombie apocalypse movies, somehow the corpses become much softer. I guess because they're foam, so they're a lot easier to
Well,
stick.
they've been rotting for a while.
In theory, yeah, not always.
Some are fresh.
Some are fresh. Because you would think bone would still be pretty rough to deal with,
brittle.
even if it's fresh. Yeah,
It's pretty brittle.
it's still pretty brittle. So, yeah,
It
doesn't take much.
I don't think I would go for pokey items. I think I'd go for a shield and maybe just a solid baseball bat. Get the heck
Yeah.
away from me and moving on. I'd be running through there like that Captain America.
Like Captain America, yeah.
Right there.
No, having a shield, having something as a in between you, and that was definitely good.
Yeah, so I wouldn't go for weapons immediately. I'd go shield.
Right.
I feel Captain America.
And overall, most of it is if you're dealing more than one at a time, I'd probably be screwed.
I'd get to my car and I'd use my car as a weapon. And hopefully it's enough.
And hopefully it's enough.
My car's kind of tiny. So, hey Odin, do you ever get inspired by unused concept art of movies, video games, etc. for your project?
I've never done a project based off of one, but I definitely enjoy looking at it.
Yeah. I definitely look at it
So-
as when I'm going through reference materials to see what people, like how others interpreted different scenes or styles or what they thought maybe a back looked like. So I
Yeah.
do use it for reference, but it's not the, I don't typically use it for a key image.
Right.
Unless
yeah.
it's the only one I've been given.
Yeah.
Because that's happened before where I'm like, I need this jacket, and I'm given some random fan art. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, it's roughly a brown thing with a pocket on the side.
Right?
So I've never been so inspired as to actually make something, I don't think, from concept art. But I usually approach things from, I need to make something for my video. I need to build something for what I do. So,
We have some very good tips on how to survive a zombie apocalypse in this chat. I'm like going over
I'm
here
sure.
taking notes, going, okay, so we get in the car ASAP, and then we need a spear, and then, like if you get really close, apparently you can rip their jaw off. I don't know.
Yeah,
Some
no.
pretty intense things in there.
yeah.
So,
and then also depends on which version you're watching, if it's just the bite or if the claw attack will also turn you, that any injury will turn you. There's been a couple of them that are done that way. Most don't. Most of the time it's the bite, but
Yeah.
or you actually have to die, although you're dying from the intense immediate infection of the bite. But
I kind of like that one guy's approach to it, where he just dressed up like a zombie and just one of us act like you belong.
This is Bill Murray from Zombieland.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just act like you belong. Because
Yep.
I feel like at a certain point, like if everybody's zombies, why not just do it? Well, everybody's doing it.
There's a so World War Z, the book. There's a whole thing on that. I can't remember what they called it, but they had a name for the people that psychologically lost it and decided that they'll just go be a zombie too. And so they would make the sounds, walk around, be blank-faced. But of course, the zombies could tell they were still alive. So
Because they smelled deliciously
Yeah.
alive. Brains.
But the people who were trying to clean things out would suddenly come across somebody that would bleed red, and that really messed them up because that wasn't a zombie.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't want. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that's a really good book.
Sounds fascinating. No zombie can defeat me. I have no brains to eat. That's funny.
There you go.
That's Yop said that.
Now, what's funny is I think only Return of the Living Dead is where they want to eat brains. I think Night of the Living Dead and most of the Romero movies and the Zack Snyder movies, they want to eat flesh. They don't care. But Return of the Living Dead, that series specifically, they're only after the brains.
Yeah, but why humans? Because there's so many animals and things that are easier to catch. But
Well, humans are
I can
easier to
see-
pay and direct in a movie.
yeah, no.
Because there is a scene in Return of the Living Dead 2 where you got a bunch of zombies chasing pets out of a pet shop. There's like a whole bunch of dogs and cats running out of a pet shop, and you got
Zombie
zombies
pets.
chasing after them. Well, the pets weren't zombies, but yeah, they were definitely.
Yes.
And I think there's been other movies where you've got animal corpses, but what's the blue super chat? Or did you already talk about it?
No, I didn't. EGK Production says, "Hey man, love your videos." And you donated €2.
Oh wow! Thank you, EJ.
Thank you. for this-
EGK.
EGK.
EGK. Thank you, EGK Props.
Yes.
You'd think I'd be able to remember long enough. I haven't had lunch. I can't read it from here, and I'm so visual. Anyway.
We have also the different types of zombies, depending on whether you have, what are they called, runners, leapers, or intelligence and such more. Like, what are their capabilities?
Yep.
How decomposed are they?
How decomposed are they? Yeah, definitely. The Romero zombies that are slow and lumbering. The runner zombies from Return of the Living Dead and Zack Snyder. And then okay, so Warm Bodies is the twilight of zombie movies, but it was fun, and that one also had a variation on the zombie theme where the zombies would rot to such a point that they almost became like demons, that they were just totally mindless, totally just run and attack and whatnot. It was neat. I like the genre. I don't know why. It's dumb.
Somebody's
It doesn't
asking,
work.
how do you smell brains? But then I was thinking, I feel like Bruno, he can smell
Yeah.
like dogs can smell diseases and things and rot, and they can smell when things are off.
Mm-hmm.
So I can feel like a zombie going, "You don't smell like rot, you smell fresh and delicious." That's probably brains.
That's probably brains.
My assumption, but again, we are talking about fictional creatures who are living dead. Who can they think? Can they smell?
Can
Do
they-
their organs work properly?
No.
Are the synapses
Right.
connecting?
Yeah. The whole concept of a walking corpse just doesn't work. It works cinematically. It doesn't work in this world. But yeah, totally. Dogs can smell cancer, so I could see why.
How? Yeah,
I
but
can totally see how. So this could be an issue because of, but it'll just be a little bit of an overbump. If I remember right, that fit Joe exactly right.
right where we had the markings.
Right where we had the markings. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
because they were totally based off of his measurements. So, and then wherever this ends up.
Just pretty much just like that, yeah. I was half expecting you to put it on, but that's all right.
I can put it on. I just was trying to see if it would go together finally. A little on each side
Right.
because we made it for Joe's size.
You got it?
Yep. So there we go.
Oh, that's yeah. That's
Just
hanging. That's
saying.
hanging right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was built off of my shoulders, but it was built for Joe's size.
Right.
We padded it out.
Well, the shoulders still work for both of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just saying.
Just saying. It is 2:10.
It's 2:10. It is
And-
time for our long goodbye.
It is time for a long goodbye. Didn't get the flex bond this week, so I'll
We
just.
said that last week that we were going to get to it, so
Yep,
next week.
Next week. Since apparently it does take some time to get the trim put on. We'll go ahead and put the trim on next week and flex bond next week. So that's what's happening.
Yay!
Yay! So I will get out to Blick and I will get another package of 15mm half dowel. Even if I come back and immediately find the bag that's got all the stuff in it, whatever. It's not like
You won't use it or
I
need
won't use it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We won't
But
make
the
this
surest
another
way
set.
to find it is to buy another one.
The surest way to find it is buy another one. Absolutely. It's like $6 a bag, so whatever. I'll go buy another one. It'll cost me more to buy lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am actually very much enjoying and having fun putting this project together.
Yeah.
We talked about it before, and it's very true again that building a project that someone else noodled together, that it's someone else's pattern, they figured out the problems, you can just kind of put it together, is very enjoyable.
Yes.
And definitely having a lot of fun working on this with you.
Yes. And he did a really good job with the base pattern.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's fun.
And it's fun.
And we're going to have Vegeta at the end of this. And we get to dress Joe up.
Yeah. We could. Yep.
I'd be Goku.
You be Goku?
I call.
You can be Goku.
I call Goku.
Very
Oh,
cool.
look, it's Pan.
Oh, look, it's Pan! What?
That's what Jeff 3D Model says.
Okay.
And everybody's saying goodbye.
Goodbye.
And it looks like a bulletproof vest to me. And yeah. So.
Pan is Goku's granddaughter.
What?
Pan is Goku's granddaughter.
Pan is
Oh,
Goku's,
Pan is Goku's granddaughter.
So that makes a lot of sense.
That
Yeah,
makes a
I
lot of
could
sense.
totally be Pan.
Yeah.
I would rather be Goku, but although Pan seems cool, so either way.
Whatever you want to be.
So
Micro Gokus are always fun.
I was
Not
always
that you're
thinking
micro,
Goku could totally beat Superman, in my opinion.
Okay.
But do you think Goku could beat One Punch Man? Or do you think One Punch Man would win because it's One Punch Man?
I know of One Punch Man, and I assume One Punch Man is so strong he wins a fight in one punch. I'm not familiar enough, so my apologies.
See, because I feel like One Punch Man could defeat him, but then Goku could go and go up to heaven, get training, resurrection, or whatever, and just come back and go BAM! It would take a process and 12 seasons later,
But yeah.
Eventually. I feel like it could get there, but I feel
So
like...
Goku would reincarnate enough times that One Punch Man becomes one punch old man, and then
He'd need two.
he'd need to.
I don't know.
What's the picture posted on Discord?
Can
we
got
tell?
sorry challenge prop reaction, and it looks like a fish tank, but I have no idea what the actual picture is. Let's see. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Challenge proper reaction. That's the armored Montechiwan fist from Fifth Element. That was the only piece of Lilu Dallas that they had that they regenerated her from, and why she still had the tattoo, because that was part of that hand.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there you go.
Interesting. That would be kind of a fun Fifth Element prop. I think I'd rather make the stones, but that'd be kind of a fun Fifth Element prop.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for spending your Sunday or Monday, good day, with us. And I've had a lot of fun working on the Saiyan armor and getting it to move forward.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
getting there. Next week we're gonna get some Flex Seal on it.
Next week we can get some Flex Seal on it, part 3.
But it's a solid piece and it's put together, so it's on the downhill stretch from here, and it's only
It
one
is.
piece as opposed to
Right.
all the pieces.
So next week we will trim out the back because it took a full package just to put the trim on the front. So all the back pieces will happen next week. And we'll see you right here again at the same time, whatever time that is for you. For us, it's going to be noon on Sunday. We'll actually be starting about 11:15 for our patrons. So if you want to be in on the early show, go check out patreon.com/Odin Makes. Get on that'll get you onto the private Discord. That's where all the action actually is.
Yeah.
I don't post that much to Patreon. It's not very fair. And
Yeah,
and
but
then
the Discord is fun.
Discord is
People
fun.
have some interactions. There's
Yeah.
people showing their works in progresses. I've been showing random projects that you've
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
And-
We've been trying to do. We've been playing Among Us again. We've done one so far with my group. I was doing it with another group, but we're going to get back to doing that. That's at 11 a.m. on Fridays. So if you want to, and then chats, whatever. It's an active community.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, please do. You also get early into this, and when I do get my videos done early, I will post it so that Patreon people can see it before everyone else and make sure they get in there and be able to say first in the comments, because apparently that's a thing. But anyway, you don't have to do that. If you did do that, that would be awesome. If you don't,
Thank you for just being here and watching.
Thank you for just being here and watching and interacting and dropping the mirror.
It didn't break this time.
Oh, that's good. There's a mirror under the table. Yeah, honestly, one of the great ways you can help support my channel, I guess our channel, is to subscribe. And so thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you again next week right here on Odin Makes.
Yeah,
What's funny though is we actually do the clicky thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
switcher
I'm over
can't do
here.
that.
Yeah.
Right. So you took me. Well, I guess there's a mouse.
Yeah.
Hey, hand me my eyeballs, would you? They're under my phone.
I see him.
Okay, here we go. Guess what? I'm nearsighted. I can't see anything. So we click the thing,
You can.
and we click the thing. Oh, there's a button here that says End Stream, which pops up a secondary window that says, "Are you sure that your stream will stop immediately?" Yeah, that's okay.
Bye.
End. Bye.